Hello. Can you guys hear me? Let's see, to make sure. Can somebody speak up? I'm not hearing anyone. Is that me or is no one speaking? Can somebody do something noisy?
I hear you.
Yikes.
Hey, Diana. What time
You're
is it?
saying things and I can't hear you. So let's see what's happening with I just put on these headsets.
We can hear you. We hear you.
I hear you.
You still look cold.
Speaker, microphone. There we go. Can you guys speak now?
We can see you. Hi there. Can you hear us now?
Somebody speaking?
Yes?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to take the headsets off then. All right, one more time.
What would you like us to
Hello?
say?
You look very, very cold.
That's microphone. This is it's the speaker that I need, the UB8L. Okay, how about now? Can you speak again?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah, yes, now I can hear you guys. Okay.
Okay.
I had connected a different microphone with a different speaker and I had it inside out. Okay, got it now. All right. So let me move this here. All is good. I changed, as you can see, I'm in a different room and I have much better connection now to start with. And then not only do I have much better connection, but we're installing a whole new Wi-Fi system, but they're coming Monday to install it. So today we're still on the same speaker. But anyway, after last class that I finished on Tuesday with you guys, it was disconnecting all the time. I moved my whole operation to the living room for the next class and it went much better. I had to share my screen the whole time in that class. And I only lost the connection one time and the rest of the times it went well. So every now and then it would slow down and I would just kind of drop the sharing for just a few minutes and start again, but I only disconnected once. So
Wow.
that I'm here right now. My computer is right on top of where the Wi-Fi connects into the house. And before I was in a bedroom and I guess the walls and the stuff in the midst, it was just a bad connection. But then my mom contracted with another company and they're going to come install this really high power Wi-Fi on Monday. So by Tuesday, it'll be even better. So yeah, what you gonna do, right?
I'll pin her.
So I'm grateful for
Okay,
her. All right. So hi, everyone.
Angela, just say
Well,
yes.
I'm just like super excited to go and I don't
Okay.
want
I'm going to mute Carol. There we go. Looks like Carol's talking with someone else. Okay. So I am going to let some more people in. There we go. And let me pop out the participants. There we go. So now I can just see your chats. Okay. Everyone go to the chat and sign in. Most of you are doing that already. All right. All right. So for better and for worse, some of you tried, but I could not, I'm letting people in. Here we go. I couldn't upload the video. The videos are 2 gigabytes big each time, these videos that you guys watch. And it takes a tremendous amount of power to upload them to YouTube for you to watch. And I tried all night long and it wouldn't upload because the connection was not strong enough, which is why we're changing connection. So instead I gave you the link to the Zoom to watch it directly from there. But people who tried said it's asking me for a passcode. So then I put the passcode of the Zoom meeting there And some people who tried it said that's not the right passcode. So now I'm at a loss. So I'm going to go to tech support and find out what passcode does the Zoom request. That said, as of Monday, once I get the new system, I'll be able to upload them again. It'll be the normal way. But right now, there should be a link that you should be able to see it directly from Zoom. I've never done it that way because on Zoom, the recordings last only 2 weeks, which is what most people have been doing. But I've wanted to leave the recordings out longer, so I was doing it through YouTube. But I don't know what the passcode that they're asking might be if it's not the class passcode. So I will find out. So see, we all grow and learn. And by coming here, I'm learning new things, like how do you get into the Zoom recordings? And I would have thought it was the school passcode, like, you know, the pipeline passcode. And if not, then the meeting passcode, but it looks like it's neither one. So I don't know. I'll have to find out. So no one was able to watch the recording from last class, which anyway, it was a whole bunch of broken up stuff. So it doesn't matter too much. So now I'm recording this one again, and I'll again have to put it through Zoom, but I'll connect onto the tech support tomorrow and ask them what the system is. Because I just got the messages from you guys an hour ago saying that the passcode wasn't working. I didn't know it wasn't working, or I would have looked into it this morning.
Yeah, if you lose it, you can just turn the TV on and connect your
Let
sound.
me
Okay.
mute Becky. There we go. All right. So last class I tried to get you guys the information. Hopefully you understood enough. Hopefully it wasn't that broken up, but that you got to hear that the intention is that that the final week we're going to be talking about backups. So now, right now, we're not going to talk about backups anymore, but the idea is that those of you who want to do a backup and who want to keep your stuff safe from being lost, say that at some point you have your stuff in the cloud and you think that's good enough. Well, if you delete stuff, it goes away. So the time machine saves you from that mistake. But there's one more thing that I wanted to say, which is hopefully it wouldn't happen. But what if you do lose your devices and then you forget your password to get into the Apple iCloud? Well, you don't need a password to get into your own little device, but you do need a password to get into the iCloud. So iCloud, the way to get into your iCloud is with the Apple ID. So hopefully you guys have a password in there that you know and that you're comfortable with. But remember that passwords are only as safe as you make them and as good as you remember them, right? And so if your stuff is in the cloud, you have to remember you. Someone's talking. I keep Becky and Owen, I'm hearing you guys. I know that you said you need to go, but I'm trying to mute your account, but I can't. So you need to mute it yourselves. Okay, there you go. All right. So Donis, later talk to me because I know I just sent you the link and they said that you're signed up, but I still don't have you in my roster. So is there something wrong? Because when I download the roster, I don't get your name, even though I got the confirmation that from the administration that you are signed up and that you said you're signed up and the administration confirmed, but it's still not on my roster. So I need to figure out what's wrong, but I sent you the link directly. Okay. So the link won't change. It's the same one. So keep meeting us Tuesday, Thursday, but I need to figure out what's wrong because you don't show up in my roster. So something's there. I don't know what's the problem, but it's not on my end. So I need to talk to them. Okay. So welcome back. And today we're going to spend more time discovering what else we can do with our apps that come with the computer. And I don't really want to talk about backups, but there is one part of this that really matters, which is the apps that come with a computer, that come with the Mac, Safari or messages or maps or mail or contacts or reminders or notes, all that stuff, pages, keynote, keywords, all that stuff that comes with a Mac can be saved in the cloud. But if you make things with something else like Word, Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop, Illustrator, all programs that are not part of Apple, that stuff doesn't get saved in the cloud unless you're backing up your iCloud drive. And I know it's a little bit technical. I'll explain it to you. But for those of you, there were about 4 of you who are not backing up your stuff on the iCloud drive, then you definitely need a time machine, because all the stuff that's not in the iCloud drive does not get saved by the iCloud. So that's just for the 4 of you guys. So most of you guys can kind of like ignore that and be okay. It doesn't, she's not talking to me. But just wanting you guys to know that that's the only way to save your stuff if something happens, if your stuff is not in the cloud. And if your stuff is in the cloud and you save your stuff somewhere other than desktop and documents, then you need to save it on the time machine. All right. So today we're going to be using our phone. And here's my connection. I need to get this new little camera. So everyone go and make sure that you have your phone nearby, because we'll be pulling it up to talk about it here and there. And there we go. I'm having to unplug something without unplugging the computer. There we go. I'm just trying to move this out. Got a little frail connection here. But I can show you my phone. There we go. So we have applications that you guys, I'm going to have two series of feedbacks. Those of you who use, for what I'm going to ask you certain things, and on the chat, I want you to answer if you use your phone or your computer or both. So if you use your phone, write phone. If you use your computer, say computer. And if you use both, say both. Okay. So for those of you who check email, do you check email on phone, computer, or both? So the first question is, where do you check email? Okay. Most of you guys are saying both. Okay. Some of you are saying on the phone. And I check my email on the phone a lot, but I kind of write back on my computer personally, because I hate writing a whole email on the phone myself, which is my answer. Computer only, both of away from home, iPhone, okay? And most of you, both, some on just your computer and some on your phone. Okay. So, or iPad, yes. When I say iPhone, you might be using your iPad. Thanks, Bill, for reminding that. So whenever you see Wyman Bradbury, that's Bill down there. Who's in, when I say Bill, there's no other Bill here. You might not know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Bill. Last class, I was asking you guys if you use the Apple app on the phone, or if you used the Gmail app on the phone, and the same on your computer. How do you check your email on your computer and on your phone? So I was telling you that if you use the Apple, and I'm gonna share my screen now. Actually, I'm gonna use this desktop. I was telling you that if you choose to share, you guys moved up a little bit now to another monitor. That if you guys use this little, let me put hold on, where's the bright spotlight? There you go. If you guys use this little icon right here that looks like a white envelope on blue on your computer, that you could put any kind of email address that you have, no matter the brand, so to say, Yahoo, email, Gmail, IOL, whatever name, brand you have email you choose to own, you can read them all from in here. And the same with your phone. If you and your phone use the little Apple, and now I'm going to switch to share on my phone. So now I'm sharing my phone screen. And if you guys use this little, let me go back to the spotlight. Okay, so if you guys use this icon, and it might not be here for you, it might be somewhere else, but the icon that looks like dark blue with the white envelope, that's also the Apple phone. And if you guys are using that on both places, right? Then you can check through there any email address you want. It's not like Apple email address, right? It's any email address. And most of you guys last week told me that you have 2, 3, 4 email addresses, right? So what I was trying to do at the end was to have us check in and connect the pipeline address so that you could see it through here. I'm not sure how many of you were able to do that successfully. Some of you already had it. I'm going to ask you guys to go to answer now in the chat. How did that work for you? How many of you guys have your pipeline account set up both on your phone and your computer? If you do, know how to do it. Some of you do have it on both. Some of you have it on none. Some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. So what's the situation? So on your chat, tell me, do you have pipeline on your phone or on your Mac or on neither? Say pipeline on both, pipeline on neither, pipeline on computer, pipeline on phone. Just tell me what's up with pipeline on your phone and Mac. So I'm reading, some people have it on neither, some have it only on the Mac, some have it on both. Pipeline on 2 computers, but we don't know if it's on your phone, Vera. Do not have pipeline on the phone, to have it on the computer. Okay. So it's not a precise way of finding out, but in general, what I'm getting is that there's a whole lot of variety. And the goal of owning the Apple system, the good thing about the Apple system, once you own an Apple device and 2 Apple devices and 3 Apple devices, is that you can kind of use them like in a circular fashion. That what you see on your phone, you can also see on your computer. What you see on your computer, you can see on your iPad on your computer, so that no matter what you pick up, you're connected to the same things, right? Now you might choose not. You might choose never to want to choose to see your emails through your phone. That's up to you, but you can, right? So I'm going to show you how to do this. And the first thing that has to happen is that all your devices have to be set up with the same information, right? So I'm going to show you how to set up pipeline on your computer and on your phone, and we're going to practice as that. And then it's up to you whether you want to set up your other accounts on both places, but I'll show you how. I can show you because everyone has a pipeline account. So that's the one I choose because it's equal for the whole class. I know that you all have an Apple account. After that, some of you guys might have Cox, some of you guys might have Yahoo, AOL, you know, whatever it is that you have. And so you can choose to read them that way. Now, the last answer, Debbie Hussein, I use Gmail and go on pipeline via my browser. For better or for worse, when you have to go to the browser, like you have to open the the browser. And the browser would be Google Chrome or Safari or Firefox, and you have to navigate to your pipeline and you have to check your pipeline. Well, you don't get emails every day from us. You get emails only now and then. And what I have discovered is that if you forget one day to check, another day to check, I mean, how many people go every day to check and see if somebody has sent you an email to your pipeline account? Raise your hands if you do that. Do you check your pipeline account every day? Yeah, 2 people raise their hand. Yeah, it's not like the thing you do, because how many emails do you get from us? So if instead you have it set up on your account, then if an email comes in, it comes in. And if an email doesn't come in, it doesn't come in. You don't have to go physically to check. And maybe I have to say something important to you and you're not expecting an email because it's an off day off the week. Maybe it's a Sunday and I'm sending you some homework and you don't check on it till Tuesday, versus if on Sunday your computer just gave you the email and the regular place you check your email, then it would just pop in and you would see that I sent something or that the school sent some information, like, you know, the other day where from one day to the next, you guys didn't have it happen to you. But if you were you've had a class on Fridays, on Thursday evening, suddenly we got the news that Friday was Juneteenth and there was no class on Friday. Well, there's no reason you would have gone on Thursday to check your email, right? Not expecting something. And then class on Friday, you would have just arrived to class and there was no class. So by having it by receiving it automatically, instead of having to look for it, you won't miss those emails that matter. So I'm going to show you both on the phone and on the computer how to set up an account. Now, you can choose then to not want Pipeline, to not want something else, and you can take it off just as easily. But I'll show you how to set it up, and I expect everyone to set it up because I want to do some testing amongst ourselves. And we can only do it through our Pipeline accounts because those are not private. I'm not going to give you a private email out, but you'll see everyone has access to people's Pipeline email addresses because we're all students and it's the student accounts. Well, you're students, I'm faculty, but we all have a Pipeline account through, we all know each other's addresses through Pipeline is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share here and let's start with the computer. So I'm going to first share my computer screen instead of my phone screen. And let's open our system preferences. And system preferences, we went ahead and we can open it down from the dock, or we can go up to the Apple and say system preferences. It's the exact same thing. All right, and I am going to shift to show just my system preferences instead of the whole window. So it's more accurate. There you go. So in system preferences, this little icon, which is what I was trying to teach you when I kept breaking off every 2 seconds, it seemed Tuesday. I was clicking on internet accounts right here. And I have to clear and get the mouse to do this. So I'm going to click on internet accounts. And this is where we were the other day where I finally gave up. Okay, so is everyone opening up their internet accounts in their system preferences? So over here, you get to put whatever account you have. And this isn't just for email. It's possible you'll see that you can see other stuff, not just email. But for now, all we care about is the internet accounts. And then you can then see the contacts and the calendar, the messages from other apps as well. So we all have, because we own an Apple device, we have an Apple ID. You're in a Mac class, so I know you all have an Apple ID, even those of you who do or don't have a phone. We all have an iCloud account, okay? So when you click on iCloud, you have an email there. You might not be using it. You might not know you had an email, right? But do you all have an email there under the name iCloud? Do you see an email there? Do you recognize it? Is it something you ever use?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
here it says SBCC0001@icloud.com, SBCC Business Services. This is the school account that I'm using now. So is it something you recognized?
I don't have that.
Yes.
What don't you have, Julie?
When I,
You don't have
Uh,
something that says iCloud here?
there, yes.
If you're on,
Okay. Click on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
click
I-
on it, and when you
I
click
clicked
on it
on it.
over here, you'll see something. I don't know what
Okay.
you'll see. So you all see something at iCloud.com, right?
Well,
Oh,
at
it doesn't
something.
say at
Yes.
iCloud. No,
What's that? What does it
No.
say? Does it say,
Carol, mine says
it-
my Hotmail account.
okay, some of you have your Hotmail account there, some of you have your Gmail account there. What do you have, Julie? You're shaking your head.
One of my Cox accounts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your Cox, your Gmail, your Hotmail,
Oh, okay. I thought you
whatever
meant-
email you have there, right?
Okay.
Whatever email you have there, that's considered your iCloud account. It's kind of like your main account. Does that
Oh.
make sense?
Oh, okay.
So if you perchance happen to have an iCloud.com email as your main email, then you have an iCloud.com account like I have here.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise you have whatever's your main email. Is it your main email, everyone? Is this your main email, or is it something you don't use at all? It's pretty much your main email usually, right?
Right.
I'm seeing some puzzled faces. Mary says mine has your Yahoo account. Is that your main email? Your Yahoo account? Whatever you have there is whatever email you gave them when you bought your device when you first created your first Apple device and they said, what's your email? You know, ma'am, and you'd give them your email, and that's what became your iCloud account. Does that make sense? Your iCloud account,
Yes.
which by the way, is probably your Apple ID. Is this also your Apple ID for most of you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Anna,
Okay. What's that?
I just updated to Big Sur and I
Mhm.
looked on my phone and under the pipeline, all I have
Mhm.
is the latest message was back in February. I haven't gotten anything. You send something out every day or every class day.
Yeah, last time we
Then-
talked, you had a bit of an issue with that. I'm trying to remember. Well,
Yeah.
let me, I need to bring down the volume. You guys are, hold on, I'm getting a
Mm.
bit too loud. Okay. I couldn't hear it first with my headsets and I was adjusting and I put it a bit too loud. Yeah, so we'll go check, because remember I kind of worked with you a little bit on that. We'll see what
Yeah,
else
right.
is wrong.
I think it may be because I just
Forgot to bring my
updated
glass.
to Big Sur and that may be a problem.
To me. We'll figure, I'll have you share your screen in a minute. I'll see if I can help you.
Okay,
But anyway, so this iCloud there tends to be whatever account is that you gave school, gave Apple, I'm sorry, and it's your Apple ID. So if you see here, the choices, if you scroll up and down, there's a ton of different choices that you have here.
Hmm.
And if they are on or off, meaning if the check marks are on or off, it will reflect what's happening to your Apple ID account. So we're
Hmm.
going to talk a little bit more about this, but some of you guys might have this Game Center. I don't use it at all, but it comes automatically. Do you all see the Game Center there?
No.
It just kind of comes. Yeah. So in the past, if you've taken my class before, or if someone else has talked to you about this, if you don't play games and you don't need this, you can get
Oh.
rid of it. The reason
Mhm.
I'm going to show you this is because I personally want you to relax about the fact that if you put something here, which we're going to add other accounts, they're very easy to add and they're very easy to get rid of. So I personally don't use this. And this is, I guess, people who are gamers who have a group that they chat with other game friends and stuff like that. I don't want that account here. It just was given to me by Apple. They're offering me a Game Center account and I don't want it. So see, I'm going to select it and see down here, I can just click that little minus sign. Are you sure you want to delete that account? Yeah, and it's not like I don't have that account. I just don't want to see it on my computer is all I'm saying. I don't want to see this account. The account will be there. If I want to add it, I'll add it again, but I don't want it. So I'm going to say, okay. And it's just going to go.
What
That
if
was as easy as it
What
was.
if Facebook is on there? Should we get rid of it?
Hold
Or
on.
Face-
It depends on what you're doing with your Facebook there. So don't ask, I want to add some things now. And then after that, we'll see how useful it is or not. And then you decide if you want to leave Facebook there or
Okay.
not. Okay, so let me explain a bit more. So the minus sign next to your photos means like that you don't have the full iCloud for your photos. Susan's asking me, we talked about it a little bit last class. It's when you kind of I don't want to go into photos right now. I'll answer you later because this isn't about that right now. It's about the accounts and the emails, but keep that question there. When we go show the cloud in a different way, I'll talk a bit more about that. Julie, your hands up.
Yes. On the list where it says photos, contacts, I don't have mail checked. Should I check that one?
Go for it. Yeah. Check it.
I've tried,
Let me first have us add the pipeline account. We'll play around with that a bit so you'll understand what's happening, and then I'll explain a little bit more about these guys, okay? But yeah, I'll check it and then I'll put in the pipeline. We'll play around with pipeline because I don't want to mess around with the apps, the mail that's your real mail. The pipeline, after all, isn't that important. Meaning it's important, but if you lose a pipeline email, it's not terrible, but I don't want you to lose something important from a friend or a lawyer or something like that of your own, you know what I mean? So we'll play around with the pipeline account emails and stuff, and then you'll understand it more, and then you'll know what that does. Okay, Julie? And
Well, when I
everyone-
just clicked it, now it says choose an iCloud email address. You
Mhm.
cannot change your iCloud email.
So you don't
address.
have an email, so you don't have an email address up there? Okay, then don't check it. Let me explain the whole class, what I need to explain, and then I'll deal with your own personal issue. Okay, so uncheck it or say
Okay.
cancel, and then we'll talk about that.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it does mean that you don't
With
have it
Julie,
set up.
that I have the same
that way.
problem.
Me too.
Carol.
Okay,
Yep.
Leslie, you said me too?
Yes, I have the same
Okay, all
thing.
three of you. So let me stop my share and have one of you guys share, because if it's three of you guys, that's more than a personal problem. Show one of you three, can you share your screen so I can see what you're saying?
I hit share, but
So-
nothing happened.
It's-
Hold on,
it's there.
hold on. So here you say your iCloud drive is jmore@.sb@cox.net. Is that your main email? Is that the
Yes.
main email that you normally use?
Yes,
Now, stop for a minute, because here on the left, see, this is a good example. She already has 5 emails there. She has the Game Center, which is what I just deleted. See at the very bottom, she had that too. You all should probably have that too, because that just kind of comes with Apple. And then you have jmore.gen. Then you have a jmore.gen@gmail and one at Cox. And then you have a jmoresb@cox, which is the same as the one that's your iCloud. Okay.
Mhm.
Your Yahoo one, which it doesn't describe here what it is. So it's just your Yahoo one. I'm just reading on the left side. So I'm showing, see you guys how she has many different emails. That's what I want us to do. I want us to put the pipeline in here. And then I want you to put any other email that you have, as she has done. And you can choose what to see or not of them. So can you go ahead and click on one of them? Click on, except for the Game Center. Yeah, click on that one. Just anyone. See how, if you scroll, it says use with, and see how you have down there on the right side now.
Mhm.
Can you see how it says mail, notes? If you scroll down, does it show up with anything else, or it just mail and notes? Where it says
Mail
mail
and
and notes, can
notes.
you
There's
scroll?
no-
Is there modes? No more, okay. Because that's all that Cox has. Cox is very limited in what it does. Click on the one right under it on the left side that says jmoresb, like on the left side. Can you click on that one again? Yeah. Okay, so it also is sharing mail and notes. Click on your Yahoo. I'll see how in Yahoo you could choose to have mail or contacts or calendars or reminders or notes. Yahoo, Gmail, all of those have much more options. Cox is a very limited email address. Okay, and then go one more up to the @Gmail. Yep. And on that one, you are choosing to share both mail, all mail, contacts, calendars, and notes. See how you can choose what of each one of these accounts you use? Like maybe you don't use the contacts of your Gmail, but you could, and you have it connected. But clearly you're not using the contacts of your Cox because you don't have a contacts option there on your Cox. Okay, now go to the top one, the cloud. This one is also jmoresb@cox.net. And this one has all these accounts. So when you click on this mail there, and I'm assuming this is similar to the 3 other people who said they didn't have it. This jmoresbcox.net will be kind of connected now, right? If that's your, cancel for a second. Cancel.
I canceled.
Yeah. You know why? It's because it's Leslie, is yours a Cox email also?
It is, yes.
And Carol, is yours also a Cox?
No, it's a Hotmail account.
Okay. Let me admit, Debbie is coming in. I don't want you guys yet to turn that on there, at least not Julie, because she already has it down there saying that it's her mail. She already has that same email down there. So do you, Leslie and Carol, does your regular email appear on the list on the left?
Yes, it does.
My Hotmail does, yeah.
Yes.
Does? Okay, so leave it there for now. I'm gonna research that because when you did click on your mail there, Julie, it asked you to create an iCloud mail. See that?
Yeah.
Like you did that
Mhm.
thing. So
Yeah.
whoever set this up for you from the beginning should have set it up differently. And now that you're set up that way, I'm gonna screen shoot this so that I can see if I can find out. I don't know. Okay, I screenshot that. Can you click on mail so that I can screen shoot the next thing that pops up when you do that? Turn that on. And I'm gonna do a screenshot of this. Because it would, can you see if that arrow allows you to choose, go down that arrow, instead of writing something in, can you go click to the far right of where it says name? There's like a little arrow right before the iCloud.com. Yeah, go up to the, yeah, click there. And it's not, no, it's asking you to choose. Yeah, no, say cancel. It's trying to get you to put in an iCloud email address. So say cancel. You don't want to change your email. So that's not going to work. So say cancel, leave it as is. I'm going to find out. And if not, so for now, leave it this way. It's kind of an exception, and the original setup wasn't, if you want, done correctly. But as long as it works, I'm going to later when we share your mail, I'm going to see as long as the mail works, that's all, that'll be still fine.
And see,
So,
I don't have an
we'll leave it that way.
iPhone, so I don't know if that makes any difference.
No, it does the same thing on the iPhone.
Oh. okay.
Yeah, no, Leslie and Carol do have iPhones, so it's not about, this isn't about an iPhone. Internet account isn't about an iPhone.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna share my screen again now. And share. Oh,
We're there.
Okay.
We hear you.
so, yeah, no, I was clicking share and it wasn't sharing. So this here is where we're going to put our pipeline account and any other accounts that you might have. So how do we put in a pipeline account? It's a Gmail. So I'm going to click here on Google. Okay. And if you've already done this, it might not ask you this, but in my case, since I'm kind of new to this computer, it wants me to authenticate in the web browser. So I'm going to click open web browser. I'm going to have to share my screen because you probably aren't seeing this. So let me share my entire screen now. So you see what's happening. It's asking me. No, this is not what I need. So I was here. It's, hello. It was having a hard time yesterday with this too. Oy. I don't know why it's doing this. Usually it just goes straight into the Gmail and all you need to say is verify yes. Have you done this and it's worked for you? Let me stop my share. Let me try this without being on live on share. See if it makes a difference. Okay, it's letting me in. Let me share my screen now so that you can see what it let me. It wasn't letting me in. I think it might have been because of, I don't know, but it might have been because I was online sharing. So it's asking me to, oh, interesting. Look, it knows I'm in Argentina and it turned into Spanish. How cool. I didn't turn it into Spanish. So here I'm going to write my pipeline email address. You know what? You might already have it set up and you might not need to. It's just that since this computer is new to me, it doesn't know my pipeline email address yet. So I'm putting in my pipeline email address with the pipeline.sbcc.edu. Is anyone doing this with me? Nope.
No.
I'm doing it with you.
It's taking me to the school pipeline, SBCC. And then here, I just need to write only my username and my password. And then logging in. So guys, I'm doing this, but I'm asking you to do this.
What are we supposed to
Okay.
do?
I don't know where you're.
I want you guys to set up your pipeline account. So you have to go through these steps.
Can you
I
go
want
back?
you to click on Google. Okay, hold on, because normally I can do it 2 or 3 times, but I'm not sure if I can do it 2 or 3 times. I clicked on the word Google, okay? When I did that, it sent me to the browser to verify that it's me. So I had to write in my pipeline email. DE Musakio is my username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Let me write that in the chat in case people don't remember that. So it's username, whatever your pipeline username is, at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Okay, so you put your username in front at pipeline.sbcc.edu. And then when you say yes, go, then it takes you to what you're seeing now. It takes you to the SBCC one where you put only, when you get to the SBCC, you should only write your username,
Hmm.
not the whole at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Okay, so when you get to the SBCC, when you get to the Google, you need to put the whole username. And then when you get to the SBCC red one, all they want is just the username, just the DE Musakio. I'm going to do it again because it seems like when you get to this, then you say done. And then you will have installed the Google. Now watch, I'm going to do it again, but to do it again, what I need to do is I need to get rid of it from here. So watch, so pay attention. Before I do it again, I want to show you what I did do, and then I'll do it again. So those of you who got lost, instead of trying to catch up, just listen. Right now, I've installed my pipeline account here. See how it says Diana Musakio, and then it says DE Musakio at pipeline.sbcc.edu.
That's not
Right
showing.
there.
We don't,
That's
we don't
my-
show it.
I haven't seen it.
We don't
We don't-
see
I
that.
don't
We
see it.
can't see anything.
No.
A whole different.
You're not
screen up.
seeing any share. I'm not sharing anything.
Oh, no,
You're
you're sharing
sharing.
something, but it doesn't show your email address.
Now you're not sharing anything.
Okay, now I stopped the share and I'm going to try to share it again. Interesting. Let me just do the whole desktop. There, do you see here how it says
Yeah.
mail, contacts, calendars, Google? On the right
Yeah.
side, it says DE Musakio at Pipeline.
Right.
Okay, all right. So in order to get to this, I'm gonna show you the steps again. But this is my goal, that you'll all put your pipeline email here.
May I
To do
ask a-
that, I'm gonna delete this. Hold on, let me finish let me finish this whole thing, and then I'll take some questions. Because I want to show you guys, for those of you who are concerned, or I don't want my pipeline account in here, or if there's any concerns of any kind, look how easy it'll be once you're done to get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it so I can do it again, so that you guys can see the steps again. How am I gonna get rid of it if I don't want it? I'll select it
Minus.
and I'll click the minus. Are you sure you want to delete the account? Guys, I'm deleting the account from my computer. It's not like my pipeline is getting deleted. I just won't be able to read it through my computer. Do you understand? I'm not getting rid of my pipeline account. Come on, it's my work account. It's my business account. I can't get rid of it. I am just not going to read it through my computer. That's all this is, right? So I'm going to say, okay, so this isn't a scary sentence. It'll remove its data from it. It just means I don't want to be checking pipeline through my computer. I'm going to say, okay, and it's gone again, right? So that's how easy it is to get rid of it. And now I'm going to answer some questions, and then I'm going to go through the process of adding it again, because I want everyone now to add it. If you don't have it, I want you to add it, okay? It's part of what you need to do in this class. Later, when you're done with the class, you can delete it if you don't want it, okay? So this is something everyone has to do. Leslie, you were trying to ask a question?
I got to the point where it has checked mail, contacts, calendars, notes, and I can say done, and then it should be there. So do I leave everything checked? and
Yeah,
say
go
done?
ahead and, yeah,
Okay,
say done, and then
and there
I'll
it
lead
is.
everyone there again. Cool.
It's there.
So now, for those of you who aren't there yet, this is how we do it again. Go to Google, click on the word Google. It'll ask you to to authenticate in the browser. So I'm going to open the browser. When you do that, it'll come here, only it'll say it in English, but it's Google asking you for your pipeline email address. Is anyone else here?
Yes,
Mm-mm.
Vicky.
Here you put your whole pipeline email address, which in my case is my username, pipeline username, at pipeline.sbcc.edu. I'm not inventing a new email address. I'm not creating one. It's the one that the school has given you.
So it's, what
Okay, and
was
I put it
it?
in the chat.
Pipeline, what was that address after pipeline?
Pipeline.sbcc.edu.
.edu. And before that, it would just be our name
Your
for
username.
pipeline.
The school username, the one that you use to access your pipeline account, your school pipeline is what it is.
Okay,
Usually it's your first initial and your last name, or sometimes first and second initial,
okay.
like first
So
name, second initial.
I
don't
have
have-
this, Diana, I have this, this account on another computer and I'm trying to put it on this, a MacBook Pro. So I'm not trying to create an account. I'm just trying to put it on this computer. Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes, it is, we're not creating an account. Whenever we say, make sure you have your pipeline address to access SBCC pipeline, to get the homework, to get the recordings. When you guys used to come to the lab in person, that you sat at a computer and you would put in an address,
Okay.
a pipeline. That's your username. That's your school SBCC, Santa Barbara City College username.
okay.
That's what you put in here, followed by at pipeline.sbcc.edu. This is an email address the school has given you. And if not, because you're non-credit students, they've made an exception to let us still have you guys use your personal emails exceptionally, just to tell you, classes starting. But I'm not allowed to communicate about classes with you to your personal one. And this whole thing has been a mess now with online, but they want to cut it down. They don't want, students shouldn't be using their personal emails for anything because of FERPA. There's all these privacy issues. You should be using only a school email address, whatever. This is your school email address. As a student, you got one. Okay. So you put
I
it
have
in
a
there.
question. It says
Hold on,
Mac
I
OS.
said this down here says next, where it says siguiente in Spanish, that's next. So anyone who's doing this, please say next. Let me finish with this, Donis. And then the school will go, oh, well, can you now put your username here? So you need to justify it twice. The first time with Google, where you put the whole SBCC pipeline. The second time is already, and then SBCC login. And here you only want the username, that's all, and your password. Okay, I just want to be clear. Everyone knows that the first time you put the whole pipeline thing, and here just your username. Okay, before I go on, what's the question, Donis?
It says Mac OS wants to access your Google account.
Yeah, you're asking your computer to read your pipeline Google account.
Make sure you trust Mac OS and just say allow there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allow. It's your, no, but it's fine. See, this is the kind of thing where you go, some people hate all the security, some people are comforted by all the security, but that's what this is all about, I see hands raised, Susan and Lonnie and Julie. So Susan, what's your question?
Yeah, so are you saying that we need to delete the Google and then pull it back up and then we?
No, no. I deleted it to demonstrate it again. If you have it set up, don't delete it.
Well, I can't go any further with it. I highlight Google, it comes up blue, and then to the right is mail, contacts, calendars, and notes. Then what? I mean, where do I go
Yeah.
from?
Just wait until I get everyone else to the place that you're at. I'm
Oh.
just redoing it because some people hadn't done it. So I'm just trying to I am re-showing it. So if you got it and you did it, just hang out.
Okay.
Lonnie, what's your question?
Well, when I hit Google, I don't get that screen that you got. Right now, it's showing, they want me to put my email or phone. And when I did that, it just leads me, I don't know what to do. I
It's
mean,
just that you have an old version, right? You have High Sierra. Okay, so I'll have you share your screen because it's a little bit different, and now it's much easier. In High Sierra, you still had to write a few more things. Okay, hang on there. And then Julie, do you have another question?
Yeah, mine is the same. I hit the Google on the left. had the, the Google sign, and then on the right, it says Google, and then I have the mail, contacts, calendars, and notes, and now I don't know what else to do. My other
You are in the
question,
same place as everyone else. Hold on, let me answer you. You,
Okay.
like everyone else, have it set up, and I'm trying to help people get to where you are. So you're just there. So I am still setting mine up, helping people catch up. So you're
Oh,
ready
good.
to go. Just wait
Okay.
and I'll show you what to do with that.
then I have another
Okay.
question too.
What is it?
I can't share my screen because you're still sharing yours.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm trying to finish with Julie and then I'll. Is the other question not about this email setup with Google Pipeline?
Well, when we have this set up, Deanna, does that mean that we will get all the emails from other teachers too? I mean, I don't want that on my computer. Is that what's going to happen with this?
You will only get emails from classes that you're in. And as I said, you're very welcome to take it off after this is over. So it's very simple to take it off. But yes, when you have your Pipeline account connected, if you go to a class that a teacher is trying to send you something, you would want that. If you're not
Right,
in
but-
a class, you won't get emails from classes you're not in.
Okay.
Only from
because
teachers
when I
who
go
email
in-
you from classes that you're in.
Okay, because when I go into the pipeline and then I go up to where it says email, I can see other teachers, their list of classes or whatever, notes to their students, watercolor
Well, you need to
class.
show me that because that's weird. You'll have to show me what you're talking about. So hold on, not now though. I'm first letting
Okay.
people get here. You're already there. So
Okay,
hold on.
thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say log in here. So I'm set up and then I'll let Lonnie share her screen because she has a different setup. So when you're here, you say log in. And it'll let me in. And then. Oh, I waited too long, huh? No, there it is. Now it's ready. So now it's saying, are these the apps you want to use? For now, we'll say yes, done. Okay. And now I'm ready. Now, in between the class starting and finishing, it all went dark because the time changed. So it's not confusing. I'm gonna go to my computer and tell it not to change time. I'm gonna leave it as only light because it's confusing when it changes color. Okay, so now I'm done with this. I'm gonna stop my share. I'll tell you what that's all about in a minute, but I wanna get Lonnie to the same spot. And anyone else who is not here, who does not have the Google account in that area, please do it. And I'm gonna help you do it. Because we all have to be able to have our Pipeline account set up for the rest of the work that we do in this class. Okay. So,
So this is
no, what you need to, yeah. So what you need to put in here is your school Pipeline email username and password, not your cox.net. So you need to go back to, I think it probably L Hendrick, or I don't know what your username is. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So Yolanda, I'll talk now about what you do get. Mhm. At Pipeline, no, not next.
Well, that was my ID.
Yes, your username, put it again, LV Hendrick,
Well, now
type
it's
that in again.
password in.
No, you're not ready for password. You need to put the SBCC Pipeline, the whole thing. So can you back up, say cancel, down at the bottom, say cancel because you didn't write. Yeah, so now hit Google again. And now write your username, school username, I don't know, LV Hendrick or something like that, and then write at Pipeline. No, at, you didn't put at there, you put a number 2.
Just had to.
Yeah. Well, some people have names that they have 2s after them as part of their username. Okay, Pipeline .sbcc .edu. Okay, now you can hit next. And instead of password, it's going to take you to the school Pipeline. There you go. And here you put just the first part, the LV Hendrick. And then password.
Okay.
And then you log in. Okay. And then it'll ask you all those, just say done, say yes for now. And then I'm going to teach you about what these are and what they're not and whatever it is now. Thank you. Now where you are is where everyone should be. And is everyone here? Does everyone have this right now set up?
Mhm.
And if not, then why not? Because I need to know what's up. Some people are like, well, you know, the concern that you said, I don't want all the emails and stuff. I just want to understand the concern. This is a request for how I'm going to teach you how to use the Mac for pipeline. And I don't want you to use your personal pipeline because if I have you share your screen, I'll be seeing your personal email. So I'm asking you to put the pipeline account so we can use this for school for this class. And then you're very welcome to delete it. Like I showed you how easy it is to delete it, right? That's how easy it is to add or to delete. So that's why I would like you guys to do it as a class request. So if someone hasn't done it yet, it'll be harder to follow all the examples I'm going to give for the class, right? So Lani, your hand is up again, or is it the same hand?
No. I need to-
Okay. That's fine. I can turn it off. I just wanted to make sure that something else hadn't happened. All right. So Debbie says my account is there, but it says inactive. I'll talk about that in a minute. So, all right. So I'm going to share my screen now again. And the screen that you should be seeing right now is I'm going to move here so that you can see it a little bit differently. Okay, so the screen that I'm sharing right now is mine. And notice that it says just Google. It doesn't say pipeline. When I click on it, it's telling me over here that it's my pipeline. And it says mail, contacts, calendars, and notes are turned on for now. I will explain to you what this is all about and why we want them on or off, what we want on, what we want off. But the thing that worries me is that this just says Google. And many of you guys have other Google accounts, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put in another of my Google accounts. I have many Google accounts. I'm going to choose another one. So to put in another one, and this says I'm recommending you if you have another Google or another Cox or another Yahoo, whatever email you have, you know how Julie had 4 here, to put them in here. But how do you put more in here? First of all, you click here in this neutral area so that nothing is selected, and then you get your choices again. So if you have a Yahoo email, put it in here. If you have an AOL, if you have a Cox, you put in add another account. I'm going to put another Google that I have. So I'm going to click on Google. It's going to do this again. You're not seeing, but it's asking me again to authenticate it. I'm just going to go ahead and share it and do it. It's sbccteacher@gmail.com, which is another email I have for teaching purposes. I'm going to put it in here as well. It's asking me for my password. So I'm just doing the same thing I did before, only I'm not sharing everything with you. So that I want to just finish it. And I said done. And there you go. So now I have another email here. See that? So this one is hard to distinguish as pipeline because it just says Google. So in order to know that it's your pipeline, you can go over here next to where it says my name, details. I'm going to click on the word details and I'm going to write pipeline. Now some people like to use SBCC, just so you know it's your SBCC email or your pipeline email. I'm going to put both in here. And now see how here it says it reminds me that this is my pipeline Google, because you might have a work Gmail or a work Google or a personal Google or others, right? So this helps it be known that this is your pipeline Google. Okay. So what's up with this is that now I have 3 different email addresses, 3 different accounts in my computer. Julie had 4. Some of you might have 2. For sure, you have at least 2 because you all have a pipeline and 1 more for sure. Some of you have 2 or 3 more. So once you tell your computer what all your accounts are, then you decide what kind of things you want to use of that account. So sbccteacher@gmail, I only want emails from here. I don't care about the contacts from here because it's not an email that I care to see the contacts that arrive from here, because it's just like subscriptions to periodicals and magazines and a lot of social media information for teaching and stuff like that. So I don't use the contacts. So I'll just turn that little thing off because in that account, I don't care about the contacts. I also don't make appointments in this account. So I'm going to turn off the calendars. And I also don't take notes in this account. So I'm going to turn off the notes. The only thing I want of this account is the mails. Okay. I'll show you later what this means once we start using the computer, but this is just me thinking it through. This is all I do with this one is get email. That's all. So then I can turn all this off, right? Pipeline, I would say that normally you should only always be seeing email. You might not need the rest, but since I'm going to be teaching you class today, I'm going to teach you how to use the mail, how to use the contacts, how to use the calendars, and how to use the notes. I want you to leave them all on because I'm not going to use your personal calendar, whether you have your doctor's appointments or your personal contacts. I'm going to have us use this where we see just the school stuff so that we can learn and share our screens and have it be more private. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want all of these turned on for Pipeline for now, for the duration of this class. When you're done, you can decide, you know, this wasn't working for me, I'll turn them off, or I'll turn off contacts, calendars, and notes, and I'll just check the email and stuff like that. Okay. For the iCloud though, because it is your iCloud account, you can do much more than just email, contacts, and notes. You can also see a bunch of other stuff. That's for just the iCloud account. So whatever is your email, that's your personal, the most important one, the one you have there, that one you can see everything of it. Okay. And then we'll see what that everything is. Okay. So now with this in mind, with this account in mind, I'm going to stop my share for a second, and then I'm going to show you what that means in the long run for the whole setup, for the whole computer. So I'm going to switch the screen that I'm using this on. Stop the participants, and I'm going to go to my chat. I just need to see you guys a little bit. I'm changing the monitor that I'm using. Okay. So some of you guys have taken my class before and you already have your Pipeline account. So you're just kind of waiting for me to catch everyone else up. But I just wanted to say, when you as a student connect your Pipeline account, what you receive is teachers, stuff from the teachers, and the college might send you some things like, because of COVID, there's been lots of notifications like there's a free food arriving now. You can go to the main campus and just drive by and pick up free food. Maybe there's requests for make sure you have your mask if you come on campus, that kind of stuff. In regular years, you basically get stuff from teachers and maybe one or two more things a month from the school, right? So you might get something once a week from me, and then you might get things once or twice a month from the school. This year, there's been more because there's been messages about health and security and safety. And like the president, I think, just sent some information out or something like that. So that's all you should be getting. What Leslie said she's getting, I have no idea. So I'm going to go and check and see what you say you're getting. But usually it's just maybe 5 or 6 emails a month. So it's not a big deal, but we're going to open it up and see what I'm talking about and see if that's so for you. Yolanda, your hand is up.
Yeah, yes. So I followed you when you click on the two Google. So I have 2 Googles and I have 4 Cox. And when I click on the Cox to follow you on what is in there, like mail, are you in notes and things like that. I had a dialogue that says, do
you want to share your screen? Why don't you share your screen instead of explaining it, because it's much easier for us to follow what the question might be.
So where do I, oh, there it is. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
So
yeah, I can. And I'm seeing that this one, say cancel for a second. Just say cancel for a second.
Where do I put
Can you say click right under where it asks you for a password? It says cancel. Right underneath the password. Yeah. Just
Okay.
cancel that for a second. Yeah. Hit cancel. Okay. So guys, and on the left, you can see she has her iCloud. She has a Gmail. She has the Pipeline. There it is. She has the Cox, 2 Cox, 3 Cox, 4 Coxes. Now, if you click on the rest, do they all ask you for your password?
uh,
Go ahead and click
I
on the
was only-
rest.
I was only on the first one and I was trying to click and then it become the red and the only the yellow and the next one, the red wasn't there for me to click on. So, okay, let me, yeah.
The rest seem okay. When you
The
click on that one that's asking for your password, go back to the one that's asking you for your password. It somehow it needs you to replace, every now and then. I don't know why, for security reasons, it asks you to add your password in there. You don't remember that password?
No, because I use my finger to, I use my print, my fingerprint.
Yeah, not for Cox. Cox doesn't let you put your finger.
Oh, let me,
See, there's something there written in dots. We can't see it, of course, but that's what they want you to write in there to make sure you are you and you're accessing your right app password.
oh, that is strange because the 3-1 that followed did not ask for it, only the one. And unfortunately, this go to ABBA is what I use all the time. That the rest of the 3 are, are actually inactive for me.
Well, go ahead and let's see when you check the app to see if you're receiving the mail or not. Right now, if you say cancel, when we go into your mail app, we'll see if your password, if your email isn't coming in, then you'll have to figure it out. So let me now go see this email and then we'll check and see if you're receiving your emails. So now that I've explained all this, let's go and let me show you what I'm asking her to do, and what everyone needs to do now is let's go open our email. And so we can close this window now. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to share my screen. Saying this, I'm not sharing my screen. Here we go. So now I have this open. I'm going to move it to my other monitor for a second so it's out of the way, and then I'll bring it in. And now let's go open our mail app. Now, some of you guys already use this app, others don't, but let's all open our mail app right there. If you've never used it before, it might say something like welcome or something like that. I don't know what it'll say. And if you have used it before, then mail is just opening up. But let me say that you might not see this though. This is how people normally see the mail. So I'm going to quit mail. It's the little icon, the little blue icon with, I'm putting on the spotlight right here, the mail blue icon with white envelope. When you click on it, you should be seeing something kind of like this. That's kind of how it comes when it first starts. Is everyone there?
Yeah.
No,
I've got the old email icon with the stamp.
You
mine,
have the stamp. It's okay. That's
Okay.
true. If you have Catalina, about half of you had Catalina, then it looks like a, thank you for reminding me, it looks like a stamp. In Big Sur, it looks like this envelope, which is the same thing as your phone. So in your, if you've taken my class before, you probably see another column here, because I've already told you to open it. But if not, if this is the first time you open this app, it kind of looks like this. All right. If you're not seeing this, or if what you're seeing is very different than this, please let me know.
yeah, mine is different.
No one's speaking up. Yours probably has another column here because I already told you to open it. Yeah. So here's the thing. When you first open this, when you first open mail, it's putting all the emails of all my different accounts showing up in order of appearance, in order of date. So as you can see, it's telling me that my inbox for SBCC teacher at Gmail at 6:30, I received something saying, welcome. Now, please confirm your account, because this is the first time I set up this account. At SBCC teacher, it's also warning me at 6:29 that Mac OS was granted access to my account. So it's a warning that something happened. So basically Google is warning me, hey, a new computer is signing in, right? And that's good. That's what you want. You want to be warned if someone's trying to sign into your account. That's not you. It's me, so I'm not concerned. Then at 6:29, looks like I got an email from Leon, who wasn't in this class, but he's in my other class, and is from Pipeline. See how this one is from SBCC Teacher? This one arrived to my Pipeline account where Leon sent me something. Then Patricia, who's a student in another of my classes, also sent me something to Pipeline. Okay, so as I keep going down, I can see things that arrived to my Pipeline and things that arrived to my SBCC Teacher. So see how, because, and now I'm bringing this back, because both of these emails here are receiving mail, right? Both Pipeline, I told it to receive mail, and my SBCC Teacher, I told it to receive mail. Then when I go to my email account, I'm receiving mail in order of arrival by time. Then comes 5:55, then from both of my accounts. So I don't have to go to 3 different places to see my Pipeline. I just get them all in a row. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Now, I'm gonna show you what I like to see is that I also like to see, I'm gonna put my mouse here, let me hide it. I'm gonna put my mouse here on this little corner. I like to see, if yours is filling your screen, make it a bit smaller, because I actually like to see another column here that's very important. I'm gonna go up here to view. And I'm going to show, I think it's this one, show mailbox list. Yeah. So I went to view, show mailbox list. So if you're not seeing something else here on the left, then go to view and say show mailbox list. And now you have 3 things you see. Okay, you see this, this, and this. And now this becomes much more useful, because on the left side, and it looks a little bit different if this is a different, if you have a Catalina or something else. But notice that it says all inboxes. Okay, and it has a little arrow. So if I click on this little arrow, it shows that I am seeing at the same time my iCloud emails, my Pipeline emails, and my SBCC Teacher emails. You see that? I can make this even bigger if you want to see. So what if I don't want to see them all mixed up? What if I only want to check my iCloud, my Pipeline emails? Then I click on that. And now I'm only reading anything that comes into Pipeline, and it's all of those. And then what if I only want to see what comes into SBCC Teacher? I click on that. And now I'm seeing only what comes in at SBCC Teacher. What if I only want to see what's coming into the iCloud? And then I see only that. So I can choose to see them all together in order of arrival, which is the most comfortable way, because if you have 5 email addresses, who cares where they come from? You want to read them all in a row. But if I specifically am working, like when I am sitting here and just answering emails from school, I don't want to get like something from my mom and my sister and get distracted. I just click on that and I just read email, Pipeline. When I'm done working and it's time to have fun, I click on iCloud and I read only my family and friends' email, right? So sometimes just to see if something new arrived, it's good to click on all inboxes, because then I'm seeing everything mixed if something arrived. But when I really want to focus, I can just read each one of my different emails. Maybe one comes from my volunteer service, one comes from my work, one comes from whatever. So this gives you the ability to either see everything at the same time or individual emails without having to go to 10 different places or 3, open a browser, go check Yahoo, open another browser, go check AOL, open another browser, go check Cox. I just check them all here at one time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone should at the very least be seeing their Pipeline account here. And now I'm going to take questions. Yeah. I see 3 hands up. I see Yolanda. Yolanda, you had a question? Your hand is up, or is it from before?
Well, that was from before. And I
It was from
opened,
before? Okay.
but when you said go to view, that's what am I still on the sharing or no?
No,
When I
I'm the
click-
one sharing right now. So let me
So
stop
what-
sharing.
the-
Yeah.
When I click on the view, everything is disabled except use stacks and show view options.
Okay, go ahead and share your screen then, because I don't know what you're seeing. Okay. So you need to go back to view then, and you turned it off. So now you want to go back to view and turn it on. And
On.
no, you're in Zoom. You
Oh,
need to
I'm-
click on your email. See how that says Zoom US? So click, no, just click on your emails. Just click on your box that has your emails, or that. I guess that works too. Okay, now go to view
Go to view.
up at the top
Okay.
and
now
say
it's
show mailbox list.
show
Way down. All the way down. Oh, no, you were fine. Back at view. No, 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 you're in view. There we go. Show mailbox list. 2 up. You're almost there. 1 down. 1
Oh,
down.
here.
Show mail is half an inch down, a quarter of inch down, down. Ah,
Is that where you told me?
there
to
we
put-
go. Okay. Now, yeah, it's so tiny. You need to put your mouse right in the line in between this new box to see all your emails. So make your, go to the left, put it in there, yeah, and wait, yeah, you were fine. Put it where you, well, that one can go to the left, but the other one to the right. Yeah, so go to the middle column there and yeah, pull that one to the right a little bit, because I want to see if your emails are arriving. The tip of your mouse, yeah, has to be on tip to the right. Yeah, there you go. Move it to the right. Yeah, there, click and drag to the right. For some reason, I guess because your window's so small. Yeah, I guess that's all it does. So you need to move open more of your window so that it gives you more space. Yeah, and now move the second column, the one that has your messages. No, go to the middle where there's another line that divides your messages.
This one in?
Yeah, push that one. Yeah, put your mouse on the right side. Yeah, a little bit more to the right. Yeah, there. No, the tip of your mouse has to touch the right line. Move it to the right, like a quarter of there. Yeah, and click to the right. Yeah. There you go. Everything was so tight. Okay, and now you can move the left column more. Sorry, it's just that I want to be able to see if your emails are arriving.
Right.
It's all right. It's all right. No, that one you went, no, you closed it again. Now you have to go open it again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, every time you pull in like that, you pull it out. So now you need to pull it to the left.
To the
I
left.
don't know why you're pulling it to the left. You need to pull it to the left. You have to go up and say view again.
Go to view again.
Yeah, there we go. No, now you're seeing it. Okay. Okay, so it's okay. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. That's enough. So now, I just want to show everyone, I don't think I can do any, I'm going to try to request remote control.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna let me, given the connection. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, so don't move your mouse. Okay, so I'm gonna make this window a lot bigger, which means it'll let me see things better. So I'm gonna put my mouse here and move it up to the right so that I can see your messages better. It's hard because remote control works kind of at home. It barely works here. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to see. It's there. Okay, so everyone there's wondering what we're trying to do. I'm trying to see this better, and it's hard because from afar, handling her computer is becoming, it's not really letting me, but I'm trying to see this a little better. She's made it really tiny there. Okay. So here on the left, you guys, that worked. She has all her account. Oh, sorry, it's moving up. She has an inbox, and I'm clicking on this little arrow. Okay, and all her emails are arriving here in order of time,
Receipt.
whatever, in order of arrival, I guess, by time, by date, right? So up at the top,
Diane, can you
the
mute
newest
somebody
ones,
talking?
what's that?
Someone's talking in the
Yeah,
background
oh,
this whole
okay.
time. Can you mute somebody? I mean, it's a whole conversation going on.
They got the message.
Yeah, they got the message. Thank you.
Okay. They're trying to, they were talking in the background. I'm asking them not to talk so much, but yeah, okay. I told you I had to move to the living room, so it's a bit complicated, but now they heard me. Okay, so here Yolanda has her inbox, okay, where you already saw, she has 5 different emails that she's got connected. And so here, the first one came into her Gmail, Aumentalo. Another one here came into her Cox account, go to Ava. Then she has more to Aumentala, another go to Ava. Here's something from Pipeline, okay? So as you move up and down, she gets them all mixed up. All she needs to see here is see what arrived to her today from all her different accounts. If she in particular wants to see only one, then she can open this little triangle right there. Hold on. Can you click on there? And then she can say, well, I only want to see the things that arrived to this account. And so she clicks right here. And when you do that, can you do that? Because I can't there. Then you're seeing no name here where it came from. See how now I don't see what email it came from? Because I clicked on only want to see the ones that came to this Cox account. So I know that this is only that. And if I click on this one, it's going to give me only that. And so here it doesn't tell me where it came from because I know that it is only from that. When I click on inbox right there, then it tells me which one it's coming from. Any questions about that?
Diana,
Hey, guys?
Yes, she has smart mailboxes and I don't.
Well, she made those and I'm barely talking to you about how the basic setup is. And she already knows that because she's been in my class before. So she already set up some mailboxes. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm teaching you how to use it. I'm starting at the basics. Yes, Yolanda?
remember when we had to go to ABBA and it was asking me for a password, and yet
yeah,
it is coming.
And yet it's coming in here. Yeah. I think because if you clicked on it, it was thinking that you were trying to make a change and it wasn't going to let you unless you gave it a password. But here it's reading them. So that's fine.
Yeah. Except that when I'm out of my house, it doesn't go to my iPhone. It is only, I can only see any from the pipeline from, yeah.
So we're going to move on to the iPhone in a minute. I'll
Okay.
show you how to do the same thing in the phone after break. It's time for break. So I'm going to take a few more questions and then we'll go on break. And when you come back, I'll show you guys how to set this up the same way on your phone so that you can read emails from all different accounts on your phone. Okay.
Thank
so,
you.
So
okay.
one question,
So Vicky's
Deanna?
had her hand. Yeah.
Sorry. Can we delete right out of here? Because some of them are old
Yeah.
and annoying.
You can delete emails from wherever you don't want to see them. Yeah. Let me show you that. Let me share my screen now. And say that I don't care. I'm done with the security alert. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't need it. Then I can either click on this little trash can there. This is my email. I don't want to see it. Now in the older versions, if it's not Big Sur, then the trash cans are up here, or I can just right click and say delete. So on the versions that are Catalina, if you click here, you read the email there. If you click here, you read the email there. If you don't want it, you trash it right there. Versions that are Catalina and older, the trash can is up here. That right now it's a bit different. Or on both of them, you can right click and delete. Okay.
You can
So if you
also
don't want it, you delete it
sweep
that way.
across, right? I
What's
think
that?
it'll delete it. It'll also delete it if you sweep across.
Yeah, if you sweep with, if you have a a touchpad, you can sweep across to the right, or like if you have a magic mouse that I'm using right now, I can sweep across like that and then say delete, okay? So or if I can move it, sweep it to the right and mark it as unread, and you can do this on the phone as well. Vicky, you had you had your hand up, is it for a
I
different
did.
question?
Well, okay, so I know that you've been sending your messages to my personal account, but now that I have a Pipeline account, and I mean, everything you send to me on my personal is also being sent to my Pipeline?
Yeah, so here's the deal. Because so many of you guys were not using your Pipeline account, and because I wasn't there in person to talk to you, as of this year, every time I send an email out, I'm sending it both to your personal and to your Pipeline, which is a bit infuriating for those of you who are already getting both. But many of you are not getting both, right? So you would be getting one to your regular one saying, hey, this is the link, and one to your Pipeline saying, here, this is a link. The school's rules say that we should only be sending it to your Pipeline, but then half of you guys wouldn't know how to access the school, the class. So I've been sending it to both. I can't distinguish between who needs it at school, who needs it at work. You know what I'm trying to say? Now that this is, now that you know how to do this, you can tell me, and I can happily modify my list so that you guys can tell me, and I can create a list where you tell me exactly which one you prefer to receive it at, and then I'll happily not send it to your personal. I will always send it to your Pipeline because this is the school email telling you this is when the class starts. But if you want to tell me, well, don't send me to my Pipeline, you can do that, and I can make a list. Don't send it to my personal, and I can do that and send only to your Pipeline. Okay.
Do you want us to chat you that request?
No, because the chat disappears and I don't read it. Send me an email. I haven't done that yet. I would have to set up a list with the class and ask them specifically and then take it off. But right now, the one thing that, I am doing is sending it to you. And at the bottom, I have a little disclaimer. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets it. And that's why I'm sending it to both of you guys. Okay, to both emails. So this is what I mean. But once you guys have your Pipeline account set up here, and if you use it, you won't need my personal email anymore.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because now you're receiving it right here.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Don't need duplicate.
Now, Debbie, you have a question? And then we'll take a break. I think you're looking for your mute, but if not, if you're talking to me, I can't.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I found where I was supposed to do I did everything except all my, I have iCloud, wait a second. My Pipeline says inactive. I wrote this in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Inactive, watch. Let me show you what happens. So now you see here SPCC teacher. I have this turned off, this turned off, this turned off. If I also turn this one off, then now it's considered inactive. And that's because I have the account in there, but I'm not using it. So you have your Pipeline account active, but you're not using it. So guys, pay attention to what I'm just going to show you. A second ago here in my email, I was showing you the iCloud account. Carol, I'm going to mute you because there's some sound back there. Okay, so here on the left, right now you're saying iCloud and Pipeline.
You're falling in and out. You're muted.
I'm telling, I know. I am telling them that I'll be giving you guys a break in a minute because they're asking me if they can talk, and I said, give me another minute. So, okay. So here's the thing. Here on the left side, I have iCloud and Pipeline. A second ago, I was showing you also SPCC teacher, remember? Remember that I was showing you that? Well, I just turned it off. Now watch how useful this is here. Now I want to start receiving my SPCC teacher account. I'm going to turn on mail, and oh, there it is. Now I'm also reading SPCC teacher mail. Now I decide, you know what? I'm not taking a pipeline account class right now. So I'm going to go in for now, go to pipeline and turn off my mail because I'm not now I'm not receiving pipeline email.
Okay, I'll
See,
try that.
I don't have to see pipeline email. Now it's starting to be time to take classes again. I'm going to turn on my pipeline email and now I start receiving pipeline emails again. See how you handle it from here.
Mhm.
You decide that you don't want to see something and you turn it off. And if I decide I don't want to see pipeline email, I turn it off. And now my inbox is only my iCloud account. See how there's no arrows here? Because I
Yeah,
only have one thing I'm reading. The moment I'm reading more than one email pipeline, then I get this little arrow that allows me to see 2 emails. And when I turn this one on too, then my inbox is reading 3 emails that normally can stay like that. And all I do is I read all my emails at the same time. But per
Can you do that
chance,
in
if I want to read
settings?
one at a time.
Do you do that in
And
settings?
this, I'm doing this in the internet accounts, in the system preferences,
Yeah,
internet
okay.
accounts. Once I've entered my 5 accounts, you just handle them from here if you want to read them or not. That's the magic. So I have a Yahoo email account. That's my junk mail account. When I know that something commercial, something that is going to want to send me a lot of junk that I don't want is asking me for an email, I say, sure, I have an email. I give them my Yahoo account. So
Mhm.
I have it here installed, but I don't have anything turned on. And every now and then, every once a month, once every 6 months, whenever I feel like it, I'll turn it on. I know if I know I'm supposed to receive something, I'll turn it on. And then I'll check that thing and then I'll turn it off again. Does that make sense? So this internet accounts is really malleable. It
Yeah.
allows you to then tell it what to receive and what not to receive. If I don't want to receive something, I don't. If I do, I do. But
Okay,
I read them all from here without having to go all across bazillions of different places to read them. Okay. So now, with that in mind, let's take our break and then we can do a lot more about learning about email and how to do the same thing on your phone. Okay, and then I'm going to read your questions and stuff like that. Okay, so the timing is 7:03. No, for you guys, it's 3:03, right? So at break until 3:18 p.m. All right. See you guys at 3:18 p.m. All right. Have a good one. I'm going to mute everyone so you can make all the noise you want. All right, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. There we go. Headsets on. And here we go. Let me check on the microphone to make sure that I'm picking you up from, yeah, you are getting it from this microphone, yeah. Got a microphone which is supposed to hide other sounds, but I guess you guys still heard other stuff in the background. So let me share my phone this time. So I showed you how to connect your accounts on your computer. Now I'm going to share my phone with you guys. So for those of you who have an iPhone, which is most of you guys, or an iPad. So if you have an iPhone, do it with your iPhone. If you have an iPad, do it with your iPad and your iPhone. Oh, come here, say hi. Here's my
Hi.
son.
Hi.
I had just shared my screen, so you see this tiny little bit of me. My sweet son is being shown album after album after album of family photos by my mom. And he's a little bit cross-eyed, but I think he's enjoying himself somewhat.
How are you dealing with
he's
the
having-
isolation, quarantining?
Well, you know,
Have you been able
my
to go
mom's very happy
outside?
because I'm just here. No, I'm just here in her house. So I am just 100% here with my mom and my son, and my sister is the only one who's visiting. On Saturday, we're getting our second PCR. And then after that, 24 hours after that, if they give us the go ahead, then we can move out. I'm already making schedules with my friends and stuff to see them. But right now everyone's like, I'm here, but it's like, I'm not, you know, they can't see me, but my
What's
mom can.
PCR?
And I came here mainly to visit her. So the COVID test,
Oh,
it's what they need before they can let us out into the world.
Wow.
And as I mentioned before, they were always having us do that, but in particular, since things aren't going well with COVID right now here, and then the Delta variant arrived last week from the States, and now they're really, really worried and careful.
Right.
Okay, so here's my phone. If you don't see your settings app on your phone, then for those of you who have no idea where the settings app, which is the same one that the computer has, it looks like these gears, then you can pull down with your finger, like kind of just pull down, and there under the search, you can write settings, right? And then it'll come up, right? So if you don't know how to find it, if you don't like see it happily, just like that, then if this was my finger, I'd be just pull down, and then you start writing, and then it pops up, and then you can go to settings, okay? So I'll go to settings. Okay. Now this would be the same for your iPad. Those of you who have an iPhone or iPad, do it with both. Bring both of your stuff nearby. And as I said, you'll see how easy it is to then turn on or off. You just set up your accounts, set all your accounts up on your phone, on your computers, on your iPad, and then you can choose. Maybe you only want to see pipeline stuff on your computer, never on your phone or on your iPad. Maybe you only want to see, you know, you just as easily as you just saw clicking and checking on and off, you can decide what you do. But the initial thing is to set them up. So now that they're set up, we're going to scroll down. So I'm scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down until I get to, in this case, I'm going to go to mail. Actually, I'm wondering, is there a way to set them up? Let me just see for a second. Don't follow me with this. I just wanted to see if there is a general accounts. No, you just do it through mail and then you choose. Yeah. Okay. So then you scroll down. So basically back to the top. So this is the top, and we're going to scroll a little bit, and relatively soon we'll get to the mail right here. Okay. So click on mail. And here it's going to ask you, how many accounts.
Hmm.
And so here, I click on accounts. And then you have your iCloud. I already have the pipeline added. So as you can see, I'm going to click on pipeline and see this is the equivalent to the check marks on the computer. It's a slider for mail, contacts, calendar, and notes. But how I set it up, I'm going to delete the account now to show you how to set it up again. So I'm going to delete from my phone. Again, I'm not deleting the pipeline email. My pipeline email is given to me by school. Your Gmail account that you have is given to you by Gmail. Those accounts still exist. You're just deleting them from seeing the entire thing from my phone, just because I want to show you how to set it up again. Of course, if it takes too long, hopefully it won't be a big deal because of my, well, let me do this. Let me not, I don't know if it's gonna not let me just actually cancel that so that it doesn't delete my account for a second. Instead of deleting this one, you don't need proof that it's easy to delete. It seems like it's hard because of the timing. Instead of deleting, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, I'm going to leave that pipeline. I'm going to add the other account, my SBCC teacher account. I'm going to click on add account. Doesn't it look exactly the same? Do you guys recognize what's happening here? So I want you guys to add account, and I'm going to go back to Google. And I'm going to press on Google. And what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm sharing my screen and it's just too much. So settings. So I'm going to continue now. And it's going to ask me what account do I want to set up, just like it did before. And here, you guys type in your SBCC at, like username at sbcc.edu. So I'm going to use this one, SBCC teacher, because I already have my pipeline account at gmail.com. But you guys, please put in your username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. I'm going to go ahead and put that again in the chat. So basically, username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. I just put it in the chat again in case someone didn't remember what it was. And then we say next.
Yana,
Since
I
it's
don't
the
have
pipeline.
accounts. I'm sorry,
that?
but I don't have accounts. When I hit mail, I don't have anything that says accounts.
All right. Is your phone iOS very different? No, this has been this way forever. Let me put in my password here for a minute and then I'll stop sharing and I'll ask you. Sorry.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. So when I'm done adding it, you guys will have to go to SBCC again and put your username. Then it'll ask me again, what parts do I want? And so again, for this account, I only want mail. So I'm going to turn the other guys off. And this is because it's not my pipeline account. And then up here, I'll say save right there. And I'm getting an alert. And so now I have a new account. Oh, it did end up deleting my pipeline. I guess it managed to delete it. So I'm going to have to go in and add my pipeline now. Sorry. Let me add it because it did delete it. It just took a little bit. So now I have to add it again. So
Can we rename this
I'm gonna
account
go
like
in
we
and do the
did?
whole-
Can we
let me
rename
first
this?
add it and then yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me put it in and then I'll. .sbcc.edu. Then we say next. I think when I showed you guys how easy it is to keep the account on your phone and then turn on and off, hopefully that got most of your concerns taken care of. So here we go to username. Here they only want the username. In this part, you don't put the whole SBCC. You just put your username when you get to the school part right here, and then your password. Okay, your school password.
Pipeline dot.
Diane, do we put like I do SC McIntyre at iCloud doc, or just SE McIntyre at Pipeline?
If you're trying to enter your pipeline account, then it's your pipeline.sbcc. I don't know which account. If you're trying to set up your pipeline account, then it's the username of your pipeline account that you need to put in there. Do you know? If you don't know it, I do know that of yours. I don't know your passwords, but I do know your usernames. Do you know it?
SE
Do you need me to tell you
McIntyre
what your
at
username
iCloud.
is?
SE McIntyre at iCloud?
Well, that's if you haven't, if you have an iCloud account, that's up to you if you want to set it up here. I'm only asking you to set up your pipeline account. I don't know your iCloud account front, but I do know your pipeline account. I can give you your username for your pipeline.
I think it's just
Diana,
SE McIntyre.
Yeah. Hold on, it's sending me back in here. I need to. 1 second, sbcc.edu. I don't have my right. Oh, I just did. I'm having a typo here because I don't have my other glasses on. There we go. I was just making a typo. Pipeline.sbcc.edu. Yeah.
I think I'm having the
So
same issue.
it's heading in to find it.
Is that because you already have a Gmail account?
No, you can have as many as you want.
Because on mine, it says
What do you
Gmail
mean?
is already added. It's already been added, but I have a regular Gmail account and I wanted another one
You
from.
can
with
have many,
Pipeline.
many. Do you see how?
Huh.
No, you can have many Gmail accounts here. You know how Yolanda had like 4 Cox accounts?
Yeah, right.
Someone else shared that they had 4. I have many email accounts. You can put them all in. You just can't put it in the same one. Maybe you already put it in your pipeline and it's telling you you already have it in there. I don't know. It's just that it needs to be different ones. So if I look right now, I have my iCloud, a Gmail, my pipeline, which is a Gmail account. These are both Gmail.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
this
the
my
way it is on my
SBCC teacher
computer.
account, and this is mine. Yeah.
Okay, let me
So
check my.
this is, so over here, okay, someone asked me how to distinguish what they were. So this one showed up just as pipeline. But if I want to have it like this Gmail just says Gmail, so I can go to this little arrow right there. And I'm going to click on that little arrow and it takes me to this account. It's my SBCC teacher. So now I go to this little arrow right there. Okay. And I click on that arrow. And then it tells me description. Instead of Gmail, I'm going to write the description for this one is it's my SBCC teacher account. So that way I describe it. So you guys here can put pipeline if you want. Right. So here you can do that. Or here instead of D Musakio, I can just go here and then go over here, right by the name. And instead of the description being my email, I can just delete all that and I can just write pipeline.
And you're doing this
And
on
I'm
your
gonna put
phone?
both that one and I'm
No.
gonna put this.
Yes.
You see, this is my phone. Yeah, this is all my phone.
Okay, well,
Right? So
I can
now
tell.
when I go back, it's very clear what each one of these accounts are. So yeah, please tell me your question.
Well, I can tell that my Gmail, I guess I did already, it's just Gmail. But as I'm looking at my mail, I can see that it is stuff from City College. But, and I guess that's why I kept coming back that way, that I already had a Gmail account.
Because
But-
it's already, it said
Yeah.
Gmail. So now click on this little arrow on the thing that says Gmail, click on it right there. And then over here, when it says what account it is, just click again and write pipeline so that it doesn't just say Gmail. So over here, go in
Yeah.
here in description
I don't
and
see
write
that.
pipeline.
I don't see that arrow. Mine just says, under mailboxes, it just says 5 at Gmail, and then I guess I have 5 new ones or something.
Well, but you're in your email. address right now. Right now, I'm not in my email. I'm still in my settings. I haven't gone to my email. I'm
Oh.
just in my settings, setting up my accounts. I'm not checking my emails yet.
Okay,
Okay. I'm still in the
Okay.
settings, setting up my accounts. I have not gone to see that email yet.
okay,
Okay. And then one thing that if your battery uses up very quickly, then I have my fetch new data off. And I just check when I open my phone, I check email. If you want it to always be finding your email for you, you can have this be on push. So it constantly finds email for you. But I prefer not to have that all the time. So I just check manually, but you can have it check every hour or every 30 minutes or something if you'd rather have less less power used. Okay. So right now, when my phone is on, I can choose. So right here, where I went is at the very bottom where it says fetch new data. It could say push, which means when emails arrive, they arrive. Or if you want to not have it always checking, you can click on the word push and you can turn that off. And then you tell it when you want it to push, when you want it to fetch. Okay.
okay,
So right now I'm going to tell it to fetch means when you turn on your phone, it fetches it. If not, you can turn on manual. That means you'd manually have to check. That doesn't make sense to me. I want the phone to just tell me when mail arrives. So I left it there. So now I have 3 accounts. So how am I doing this? I'm going into accounts, clicking on the number, and over here I'm adding. Now, Lonnie said she didn't see this. So Lonnie, do you still not see the add account?
Nope. The only thing I have that says account is default.
Okay, so can you show me up to the computer? Can you put your phone, turn it around and put it up to the screen, and let me make your phone a bit bigger. Hold on. See if I can. Okay, so you are, okay, scroll down. You are in your email. Scroll down, move your hands down. So I see the top, move your hands down. I need to see the top of your phone. I was only seeing the bottom of your phone. So when I was saying move your head down, I mean just move so I can see the top of your phone. Now you've turned it around. There you go. Now bring your hands down there. So you're not.
I hit settings. I went down to
And you
mail.
went to mail, and then now move your hands up. Yeah, you don't have accounts. Do you have a much older OS? Okay, go back out from mail and let's go see your OS. So back off from mail.
Okay.
And go back to the general settings. And then do you see a word called general? Click on general.
Okay.
And then click on about.
Okay.
And where it says software version, what does it say?
12.5.4.
Okay, I'm at 14.4. I don't know how much older 12.5 is. Is it years behind, or does it say that you can update it or not?
Mm,
Can you show me, turn it around again?
sure. It's a iPhone 6s. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You could have iPhone 6s. Bring it down again. Yeah, so you should be able to update. If you have a 6s, you could be on the newest OS.
Yes.
So that has nothing. So if you go back out, it should be able to. Give me a second, Santi. Can you check on iOS 12.2 when that's from? How old that is? I don't know if it's very old or a little bit old.
12.5.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, 12.5, sorry. It occurs to me that what?
That's what my iPad says, 12.5.
Yeah, but iPad is different than iPhone.
Okay, but it doesn't have
But yeah.
accounts either. It doesn't show
Yeah.
accounts.
It doesn't show accounts, so it looks like the 12.5 does have the accounts. I don't I don't know right now because I don't have that phone. I've had different accounts on my phone for years. I just don't know where to find it. It's okay. I got it. You can turn around right now. I'm trying to find where on that old iOS you would put in the accounts. I've always, ever since the first iPhone, I've been able to read 2 or 3 email accounts. So isn't it,
Oh,
this isn't that
I
it's
think
not
I found
possible.
it.
I just don't know where to find it. Where did you find it?
If you look on passwords and accounts, which is right under,
Oh, okay.
and then you
Right
get
next to mails.
just above mail, passwords and accounts, and
Just
then
above
there's a
mail, it says
section of
passwords
accounts,
and accounts.
and then you can add account under that.
Where
At
you
least
add your
I
accounts.
can.
Okay.
Oh, I see it.
Did that work?
Let me see. Yeah,
Okay, that's great.
okay, now I'm behind in all those
Thank you.
instructions.
Did you find it?
Well, it's kind of like before, you just put in your
Okay, yeah. So my
pipeline.
son here is telling me that 12.2 is from 2018. So that's 3 years old. So yeah, the things look quite different. Now, I have an iPhone 6 Plus and you don't have to have old software on it. You could be updating your iOS, but right now, what matters isn't whether you update your iOS, it's whether you find the accounts, but it looks like Leslie just found it for you. So that's awesome.
Okay. So
Okay, did everyone else manage to put their pipeline account in there?
No,
Okay,
and that's because I don't,
Doris, do you need a hand?
I'm having a password problem.
Me too.
Okay.
I got 2 strikes already and I'm afraid to try again and
I got 4.
Okay, so do this. Don't do that. Don't get 4 because I want us to be able to use it from your computer. And if your computer it went in, then at least if you do 5, it'll be closed off. So don't keep trying. Figure out your password first and then try again. Okay. But don't keep trying so it doesn't get blocked. If it gets blocked, it still blocks it for a certain amount of time. I don't know how long, but it might be too long for this class. So don't keep trying. But that's not an issue of knowing how to put in your app password. I mean, not how to add your account. It's just not knowing the password, which is different, right? So go ahead and put in any other accounts. Now, the reason I'm saying go ahead and put in any other accounts is because just like at the computer, the idea is that when you put them from here, you're deciding if you want or not to see that stuff. So let me show you. I'm going to share my screen again. On the phone, in the past, you used to have, again, like Leslie was saying, just an accounts thing like the computer has. But now it just divided it. I had to go put it in through email. But I can also then go and decide that I want the contacts and see how if I look under contacts, now it says accounts 3, even though I didn't enter them in contacts, it's the same accounts that I entered before. So when you entered it into one, it enters into all of them. And so maybe an SPCC teacher, I don't want the contacts and it's off, see, but it's still finding it under contacts. So what I'm trying to say is you enter it through one of them, through mails, through contacts, through calendars, through notes, through one of these, it doesn't matter which, you turn it on and you put the accounts and see how all of them say accounts 3 now. Now I'm in calendar. So I've been going through any of these and I'm just clicking on one of them and it shows me how many accounts, and it's the same 3. And then you choose which ones you do want to see notes from or which ones you do want to see calendars from. Now, since I haven't shown you that which I mean by notes and calendar and mail, all I had shown you up until now is how to enter the accounts. And my highly recommend that you enter the same accounts to your phone, to your iPad, and to your computer. And then if perchance you don't want to have one account is purely work and you want to only sit at the computer and work from your computer and you don't want to be receiving work emails on your phone, then just turn the little slider off for that account and say, for this account, I don't want to be bugged when I'm at my computer. So I'm working, this is my work account. I'll just turn my phone off from here. That doesn't mean that my account is not working. It just means that on this phone, I'm not reading the pipeline email, but I will read it on my computer. If I turn it off, then I want to read it on my computer and my phone, but maybe not on my iPad, because maybe on my iPad, I just watch movies or play games and I don't want to be seeing my email. So then you turn it off on the iPad. but having the accounts on set up on all of them allows you to then that flexibility. Is it make sense what I'm showing you guys, how you handle
Yes,
the ons and off for any of your devices
Yes.
based
Yes.
on the settings
Yes.
right here? Any questions about this? Now, when we keep using all these other things, you'll see it. It's not just an email. It's the same in the contacts and the calendar. You can see calendars from different, you can see the work calendar, the school calendar, the personal calendar, all at once or separate, just like I showed you with email. Same with notes.
so
I
that
still-
calendar for Pipeline is a school calendar?
Yeah, it's the school calendar. Mhm.
Okay. And
Which
what is it-
I, for work, use the school calendar a lot because if someone sets up a meeting for me, they'll set it up in the school calendar. If I have to, meet, the board meetings, my classes get set up for me by Emma and she puts them on my school calendar. But I don't personally I don't think any of you guys get anything set up on the school calendar. I don't think you guys would have anything on your Pipeline calendar because you don't have meetings and stuff. So you can turn that little school calendar dot off, right? Yes,
Okay.
Lonnie?
I still, when I put in my Pipeline email address, lvhendrick@sbcc.edu, it comes up with red around it and says, couldn't find your Google account.
Pipeline.sbcc.edu. Pipeline.sbcc.edu. You put the right dots everywhere. Pipeline.sbcc.edu.
Okay.
It's a bit complicated the first time you set it in, but
Yeah,
then
I forgot
it,
So the Pipeline comes right after my name.
At,
or
whoops,
at. Okay, all right.
it's your name, LV Hendricks at pipeline.sbcc.edu.
Okay, sorry.
That's why I'm doing this here. A lot of people try to do it on their own and then go, oh, I could never get it. And I'm like, well, you can't get it because it's not that simple. So I'm just showing you it's little steps,
Yeah. What was it
Can
you said
tell
about,
I'm in Argentina where everyone drinks tea all the time. And my mom has cups with photos of my family printed on them. So that's, it's like grandmother cups, with us kids.
so cute. What was it you said about fetching mail?
Normally it should be set on fetch and push means that it arrives. If you have a battery phone that has very little battery and you'd rather not have it be checking for mail all the time, you can just say, okay, I now want to see mail. And so then you turn all the
Okay.
automatics and you check for mail. But
Okay, Gotcha.
then you only would get it when you check versus now the regular settings are set up such that it checks every, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know how long, it just checks and it keeps continuously bringing mail in.
and is that push or which is the automatic? Push or
Push
fetch?
is automatic.
Push is automatic, okay.
Push is automatic. Mhm. Push is automatic. Okay, so, all right, so here's the deal now. Let me show you then on my phone, now that you saw how to set up the accounts. Now I've moved settings out of the way and now I'm gonna go to mail. Now I use mail on the phone all the time, so I actually put mail right here in the front little dock. Most people have the 4 things that come with the phone and they leave them there. I actually even took the phone off. I'm in Argentina, so I don't want to use my regular phone because I don't want roaming fees. So I've pushed my phone all the way out to the back so that I don't use it while I'm here and I don't get forgotten to use it. So instead I have just mail and this is WhatsApp, which is like a thing that we use here for communicating anyway. So I've changed it. So you can change what you have here. So I don't know where you have your mail icon. You might have it here. You might have it somewhere else. If you don't have it here, then again, push down and then write the word mail, right? Because some of you guys are using the Gmail or other stuff, and I'm teaching you how to use the Apple Mail. Then you can still choose to do something else. But the only negative of Gmail is that you can only check Gmail addresses on Gmail. And you might have AOLs or Yahoos or Coxes, and it's harder to set it up So here, click on the Mail app. Okay. So when you're done, are you here now? Did you go to the Mail app, everyone?
Mhm.
Okay, so now watch, just watch me. So right now, it says inbox iCloud. I'm looking at only my iCloud inbox. This is as if on the computer, I was just looking at one. If I want to read one, I'll click on this and I'll read something. Okay. And then I'll go back by clicking inbox back to iCloud inbox. And then I can click on the next one and I read it, da, 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 da. And when I'm done, I go back to the inbox. Now, how do I see my pipeline email? Well, normally I see them all at the same time, just like on the computer. So I'm going to click on this word iCloud to go back. And here you can see that I have iCloud and SBCC Teacher and Pipeline. So if I want to see them all at the same time, I need to be clicking on the word all inboxes, just like we did on the computer. And then I'll have a combination of things mixed up and they'll come in all mixed up. So now I have, this time it doesn't tell me offhand if it's coming from one or for the other. They're all mixed up. But if I click on one, right, then this one is from Pipeline and I'll go back. And if I click on this one, it's from SBCC and I go back and I click on, I don't know, where's the,
Deanna, does deleting from
I don't
there
have any here.
from elsewhere, from your other mail? Email?
Yeah. So let me finish first. Up here at the top, it says all inboxes. See? So I'm clearly receiving things from all inboxes, all my emails at once. I go up to mailboxes and choose if I were to want to read only Pipeline. I click on Pipeline and now it tells me you're in Pipeline and these are only from Pipeline. Okay. I click back Pipeline and I do all inboxes, as now I'm reading all at the same time. So I just wanted to show you the technicality of this. Now, again, look at all my boxes, right? I'm checking out 3, iCloud, SBC Teacher, Pipeline. Watch, I'm going to change and open my settings, the one that I was in before. I'm going to go to my accounts and I'm going to tell SBCC Teacher, I don't want to check your mail. I don't want to see this on the phone. So just like we did on the computer, I'll turn off mail for my account SBCC Teacher. So now I go back to mail and look at that. It's not there anymore. Now I'm only seeing iCloud and Pipeline. See how easy it is? Once you set them up, you see only what you want to see. Now I'll no, I better see my SBCC Teacher. So I'm going back up to my accounts and I'm turning on the mail. And so now I'm seeing mail for all of these. And if I go back to my mail, yep, I'm seeing mail for all 3 again. So it's very easy to turn on and off. The first thing you need to do is set up the accounts. After that, you choose whether you want to see them or not. Now, right now I have this computer set up exactly the same as my phone. I am seeing the mail from all 3 of these accounts. If you guys set up 10 accounts or 5 accounts, then you choose which ones you want to see or not. So as I said, you have the freedom of what to do after you set them up. Then you can choose what you read or don't read. Now, I know that there's probably questions. I'm going to stop my share. And I want to go back to teaching you how to do this on the computer. But questions about why it would or wouldn't work. The first thing that people asked me was, well, can you delete things from here? Yeah, just like I forgot, I just stopped sharing, but let me just show you once again. Say that I don't want to read this email about a Google security alert. I can swipe sideways and send it to the trash. Boom. And if I swipe sideways and send it from the trash from here, because I am connected with my computer and my phone and through Google, then it deleted from everywhere. So if I go actually back to my computer, Let me share my computer now. Here's my computer mail. And it says this is a teacher, and it was here a second ago, and you didn't see that, but now it's gone. Now I'm going to take another one. Here it says security alert. Let me see. Whoops. SPCC teacher. I turned off this, hold on. I turned my SPCC teacher mail off. If I turn it off from here and I decide I don't want it anymore, so this one here, 5:03 p.m. It's a pipeline email. Let's see. Where did this one arrive? SPCC teacher. I'm looking for it here at this time and I don't have it. Let me look up for a pipeline email. Okay, so I'm at pipeline email. So you see this one that says Jennifer Hamilton request for fully online schedule. You see this one there, 7:45? Yeah?
Yep.
Now, I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I can show you. I don't think I can show you both at the same time. Let me see if it allows me to show you the phone. No, I can't show you phone and screen at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my phone. And on my phone, there it is. See, Jennifer Hamilton request for full on schedule. See that there? It's the same one, right? You see that it was the same one I showed you both on my computer and on my phone? So I'm going to delete it from my phone. Okay. And to delete it from my phone, because it's pipeline, instead of like this one, just gives me a trash over there. The pipeline one here, it mainly wants me to archive them because they're school things. So I'm going to go ahead and archive instead of trash. So it's going to disappear. I'll teach you more about that, but I'm going to say archive. If I want to do the trash, I would go to more, and then I would have to trash down there, but I'm just going to archive it. Okay. So I'm going to slide to the right and I'm going to archive it. Okay.
What does that mean?
So it's not, I'll tell you in a minute. So when I come back to in here, it's not instant and I'm sharing, so it's a little bit slow. Okay, it's pretty slow. It still hasn't figured out that there it is. So in pipeline, I wanted to show you, it took us 2 seconds, but by the time I shared, it was gone. This is pipeline, and the top email is not Jennifer Hamilton anymore. It's been archived. Okay, I'll tell you in a minute. It's saving it, but not trashing it. That's archiving. So if I go to my archive, I should see it at the top of my archive list. There it is, Jennifer. There's my Jennifer Hamilton. It's gone into my archive, which is similar to trash. I'll explain to you in a minute. But the whole point is that I did it on my phone, and now I'm showing it to you on my school, on my computer, and the same thing happened. Okay, so it translated. What I did on my phone happened on my computer and vice versa. It's hard to show because at the time it took me to stop sharing my phone and share my computer, it had disappeared. So for me to prove to you that it disappeared. Does that make sense? So it's reciprocal. What you do in one happens in the other. Yes, Susan, you have a question?
Yes, when I click on more, there is it trash message? Is that what that is? Trash message?
Say it again. When you say,
you want to delete it.
When you go to more, if you don't want it, then yeah, trash message.
Trash message. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm looking at some questions. You guys saw some things I have set up and you're asking me, like smart boxes that Yolanda had. I will teach you that, but that's why this class is many weeks long. I'm going to teach you about smart mailboxes. Not today. Someone asked me about VIP. It's a smart mailbox where I have people that I want to see for sure. So in my VIP, I have my my husband, my kids, 2 or 3 people from school who sent me my assignments and stuff, like Emma Cruz, my director, my mom. Like, I put a series of people in there where I just don't want to check the world's emails. I just want to check what I quickly want to read. I click on my VIP, and it's those 7 or 10 people that I want to see in case I have any messages for them. So that's just an internal, it's like a smart mailbox. And that's really what a smart mailbox is. It lets you see certain things. I don't care if I get 25 ads of this or that. I just want to see certain things. And so I click on VIP, and if I see anything from them, I'm reading. Other than that, I don't have time to read just about 250 emails that I get every day. So I'll just click on VIP. So someone saw that, and I'll teach you how to do smart mailboxes next week. Okay, that's what that is. Now I'm reading, should I ignore? It doesn't, when you click on inboxes, it does not yield like yours did. Should I ignore the number near my, even when I knew I deleted so much, I'll assume my laptop erased from as well as my phone had been deleted. Why is that number always there? Bill, trash from iPhone, but leave on computer. What's VIB for? SC version. Yeah. Got it, break. Okay, so I'm looking to see what the questions are, and then I'm gonna ask somebody. Okay, so basically, at the top, I was gonna say, Mary says she has an old phone and it's a version 14.6. Yeah, you can totally update your, Lonnie, you don't need to be having an old iOS, nor Leslie on your iPad. You guys can update your iOSs on your old equipment. It still updates to a new iOS, okay? So that's up to you to go in and click on update under general. It probably says that you have an update available. But if you have a question about that, I can share your screen, or show me your phone, and I can help you find where it is. But Bill's question of, if I trash it on my iPhone, can I trash it on my iPhone but leave it on my computer? That's a little bit trickier, okay? And I used to be able to set it up that way. It's not that easy. You would have to fuddle with the settings on your actual internal account. I'm looking here to see, it used to be, that you could do stuff like that. It got really confusing where things were and where they weren't. I think now I would have to check. I think now I tried to set it up once for a client where on her phone, she wanted the things to be deleted, but she wanted to see them on her computer. And I had to go into like, I did a lot of research, and I had to go into like some script making, and I was able to do it, but it wasn't easy. And that was like 2 years ago. Not sure if it's still allowed. The idea is that it's round. Yes, Bill?
This is not important. I used to do it that way because I would say I don't want it here. I've been reading it on my iPad, and then I say, but I want to make sure I can check the whole thing, and I'll go back to the computer. Not important. Just something.
No, but it's a good question, because a lot of other people might have that question. They might want to be able to do that. And so I was just trying to say, because you could, and so someone else who had done that before might want that again. I don't think it's that simple anymore. So that's why I wanted to address that, because it used to be, I had it set up that way. I was like, oh, I want to just not have my phone full with stuff, but I want to know that at home it's still there. What you can do is on your computer at home, decide what stays and what doesn't stay and what goes into deletes, because it's more of a control. I don't think your phone gives you that kind of access anymore. Your phone,
I can always archive it and then bring it back on the computer when I need it. So
yeah, so that's the question about what's an archive, right? So someone asked, what's an archive? So here's the thing. When you want something, you keep it in your inbox. When you don't want something, you trash it. That's pretty clear, right? Everyone understands, if you don't want it, you trash it. If you want it, you keep it. But what's this archive thing? So let me share my screen. So now I'm back on my home, my computer, not my phone, right? And here on the left, you might see only all inboxes. You might not see any of these. And the reason you might not see any of these is because you would only see any of these if you got one of these. So If you've never flagged an email, you would not have a flagged thing. If you do not write drafts, you would never have a draft. A lot of these things appear or don't appear based on whether you have things or not. So just so you understand, if yours doesn't show up this way, it's just because you don't have it. Now, to make sure that you do get it flagged, I'm going to show you how to flag something. It's very simple. Click on an email, any email. Click on an email, especially if it's one that you think you might want. Maybe you want to pick up the email that I sent you this morning with today's Zoom link, and you might want to flag it so that each time you want to pick up the Zoom link, it's easy to find, right? So choose an email, whichever one. And then for those of you who are, for everyone, you can right click if you like right clicking. And down here, you can assign it a color of a flag. So I have assigned it when it's red, I better really pay attention to it. When it's green, I've already handled it. When it's orange, it's kind of like, maybe it can wait, but whatever, forget it. Just put a red flag on everything. Click on a red flag. Now, the reason I wanted you to put a red flag on it is because now if you look to the left, if you didn't before, now you probably have an item called flagged. Do you have that?
Yes.
Now, if you don't like right clicking, then up here for Big Sur, then you can choose your flags right there, and this little arrow gives you the color. If you are in Catalina or after, then right above there, then you would find right there your flag. And again, you choose the color. But if you want a different color, then you go and click on the little arrow and choose a different one. And if you don't want a flag anymore, you clear the flag. Now, here's the deal. If you clear the flag, and this is your only flagged element, then maybe down here on the left, your flags disappeared. But if you had more flags, they don't disappear, because what's the flagged? It's kind of like if you flag things that are really important. So I'm going to say that this email is really important and I flag it, right? When you flag things that are important that you want to deal with, then instead of, when you come back to all inboxes, instead of having 25 things here to find the flagged ones, you can just click flagged and read only your flagged ones. So instead of reading everything, you read only whatever you flagged. And that's the benefit of flagging. It's kind of like saving them to be, because they're important information. Like I have flagged the emails that have the student tech support Zoom information or the faculty tech support Zoom information. Emails that I want to always have, that I don't want to get rid of, that I want to get back to easily, I just flag them, and they have different colors. Like I have a green flag on stuff that's going to be useful for me later. It's not urgent. I don't have to answer or anything, but it's useful information. Maybe it's an event I want to attend or something like that. I just flag it green, and then later I can go and click on just green flags. So how do I do that? If I want to just click on green flags, I can open up this little triangle by the flagged and I check on just green. Now, if you only have a red flag, you wouldn't have that. So say that you flagged something red. Now go ahead and flag something else green, and then go and flag another one gray. I don't know, give it a couple different flags. And then when you go over here to the flags, you see all the flags, or you open this up and then you just go see your green flags, or you just go see your orange flags, or you just go see your red flags, right? So this is more like a quick way to remind yourself to see certain things. Does that make sense, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's your choice or not. It's for no one else but for yourself. And if you flag them here, if you look at your email on your computer, you'll notice that the same things that you flagged on your home are now flagged on your phone. So go ahead and you do it yourself. I don't want to reshare, but look at your phone and you'll see that if what you flagged is on the top, you can see them. But what's okay, so that's how you would do that. I'm going to share a lot more about mailboxes and a bunch of other stuff here. You saw that right now I don't have many smart boxes because my mailboxes, my smart mailboxes, I usually put them on my iCloud account, but it's a different one than what I'm sharing. But Tuesday, we're going to learn a lot more about this. But the most important thing I want you to do is practice, find your passwords for the accounts that you don't know, okay? And try to set them up. And then what we're going to be doing next week, we're going to be using our pipeline accounts to be sending ourselves email, and you'll see how it works to attach things, to do things. And the whole point about this, why this mail is so cool, is because it connects to the rest of your app so well. So for example, say that someone, I'm just trying to find something that has a mail. Let's see. We invite you to join. No, these are different. I'm trying to find, I'm gonna have to make some special ones, but yeah, this is hard. But so, okay, so here's an email that I had to, so here's an email. Doesn't matter. It's an email from my director to me. And notice that it has a date. When I hover over this date, I can actually from here say, oops, I better remember this. I better make myself a message or a note. And I click on this and I can quickly make myself a calendar appointment right there. And I make myself a calendar appointment that I need to do something at that time or day or things like that. Okay. So I'll be showing you all of that. There's many other reasons why to use this mail app, not just because you can check all your accounts at the same time. But even if that's all you do, that's really useful for people who used to go to 3 different places to check their email. So do me a favor and put all your accounts in here in the internet accounts. Put your Yahoo, your AOLs, your Nets, your whatever. But remember I said last week that your homework, I don't know if you remember, it says to find your passwords. So homework, put all your accounts on the Max system preferences internet accounts, and then do the same thing on your iPhone and or iPad, which means, so you have to know the passwords to these accounts. Now, I'm telling you, you have to know the passwords to these accounts. I know class has been over for 1 minute, so bear with me 1 extra minute. If you have an email address that somebody asked you for the password, like Yolanda, or someone else was trying to put in the pipeline and they didn't know it, many times your computer already knows it by heart, like your computer memorized it, so it knows it. What happens if your computer crashes or dies? You can't access your email anymore. Yolanda couldn't access emails of her husband when he wasn't around anymore. You need to have some way to access email. You need to know the passwords to your accounts, because when your computer doesn't remember it anymore, or your brain doesn't remember it anymore, then there has to be some other way or place. So find a place where you can write your passwords that's safe. I mean, how many people are going to break into your house, find that safe place where you have that slip of paper with your passwords, and then connect with which computer has those? It's not like it's that dangerous, right? Don't keep them right next to your computer, like a little pad right near your computer. That might make sense, but maybe find some place in your house where it's safe to put in passwords and keep it written down, because I can tell you again and again and again, every class, there's 2 to 3 to 5 people who can never find their passwords. If you cannot find your passwords, if you have set up a recovery system, you can recreate your passwords and pick it up. But if you haven't set that up, many times they're gone and lost forever. Okay. So if you have issues with finding your passwords, I have a handout that I can send you for how to recover your pipeline password, but you will probably need the help of the SCL admissions, because they need to give you a little 4-letter code. And if it's a Gmail or if it's a Cox or any of those, you can usually go to the account and reset your password, as long as they send you an email to verify and stuff like that, or you need to call the account and find out what the process is to recover a password. They don't know it either, but they can tell you what the system is to recover it, okay? And that's important, because you can't just count on your computer remembering it for you. And in this case, you can't set up your accounts on anything new or anything different if your computer doesn't remember them for you. All right.
Diana,
Okay. That's it for tonight. Yes.
I have a really quick question in regards to passwords. You know how on your phone, you've got a place where you can, it automatically inserts all your passwords. Doesn't that cross all devices? Like that would cross over to my iPad, right?
Yes. If you have your keychain turned on and that shared with the cloud, then it works across all devices. Yeah.
Okay.
So if your keychain is turned on, and that's what that is, then if you put in a password on your computer, then that your phone also has keychain turned on and your iPad has keychain turned on. Then that same password you put on your computer, then your iPad will know it and then your phone will know it. Okay.
Okay. Good.
So
Thank you.
I'm gonna, just to show you what I'm talking about, not because I'll teach it because time for class is over, but if, what I mean by turned on, I mean, here's my system preferences again. If I go to my Apple ID, you can see how this is not my computer, remember? And so I have my keychain turned off here, but if your keychain is turned on, then any password you type in your computer, turn on with me with a check mark on, then that goes to the cloud. And if you have your keychain on your phone turned on, then your computer and your iCloud are talking. This computer is not mine, so I decided not to turn it on here just because, right? So this computer, I have to type in my passwords all the time. When I'm back in the States, this won't be my computer anymore. And I can still delete them or whatever, but it's not worth it. Over here, I don't need my bank account. I'm not checking my bank and stuff like that. So I don't need to have my password remembered by the computer. All right. So that's what I mean by turned on, but that needs to be turned on all your devices for them to talk to each other and be working that way. Okay. I just want to say something about the recordings. Some of you tried to access the recordings, and let me share my screen for a minute, because I always want you guys to access recordings to catch up with the class and everything. But when I went to YouTube where I put my recordings normally, I couldn't upload things. The server system here wasn't strong enough to upload 2 gigs worth of account. On Monday, on Tuesday, we're going to set up a very fast Wi-Fi pass here. So for next week's classes, I'll be able to set up again. But this week, what I've been doing, what I gave you what I gave you here instead in the homework is I gave you a link. Wait until it opens for a minute. See, it's kind of slow, but it's getting there. So this is the link. And I said, this is a different kind of link than when I usually post. It takes you directly to Zoom. Instead of YouTube, it'll only work for 2 weeks. Watch it while you can. And I put in the meeting passcode. Well, 3 of you guys tried to do that and said that, sorry, people have told me it does not work. So I can't tell that. You need to tell me, because when I go to this link, see, it takes me just fine to my recording. And over here, as you can see, when I type, now it is, it's interesting. It was before asking me, this is the first time it asked me I was going to show you how, it must be because I was signed in before. So when I was signed in before, it let me in without my password, but now, okay, so I guess this wasn't it, right? Let me see. This is the passcode for our class meeting, and it's their own password. So this is the thing that I don't understand. I need to find out. By the way, someone said this was the wrong class. No, it's fine. This is MacOS level 2 for summer 2. This is the second
But it
term of
says
summer. That's what it says, 2
2020.
and 2.
It doesn't say 2021. I thought
that
maybe
was
the
okay. That's
problem.
my mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I didn't type it in right. I need to type that in right. That's me labeling the thing. So yeah, that was me. I'll put it in 2021.
Okay.
So this, once you clear this and you watch the recording, it'll show up. So I need to check in. I'll check in tomorrow with Zoom, because now I'm going to teach another class. Find what passcode are they asking for, because I thought it would be the meeting password, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's the meeting. It's this meeting. but I haven't been able to make it work. So I don't know what password they're asking for. So I'll find that out and then I'll email you guys, okay? Or I'll put it in here. I'll put it in here, whatever the right passcode is. Okay, so for now, tonight, I'll put this one up, but I know you guys won't be able to use it until I know where the passcode goes. So hopefully I'll find out by tomorrow. All right.
All right.
So your homework, find out your homeworks and connect all your accounts and then start trying them out. Start trying to see, because one thing that might be confusing is which email are you writing from and which one are you receiving from. So I'll teach you all that next week. But meanwhile, just set your accounts up. Okay. What else? I'm gonna have to deal with email directly in this. Email directory. I have problems with it. No, it's okay. Don't see the update. Do I need a label pipeline? Yeah, if anyone else has any questions, everyone can leave. If you have any particular questions, ask me. Other than that, oh, that's true. Happy 4th of July. It'll be 4th of July by the time we meet again. So yeah, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Deanna,
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
back to passwords real quick. I find I have Big Sur, and I can find where my passwords are and look and check on them and visually see them on my other devices, but on my computer I cannot. I don't have one password, but if I go to my keychain, it just gives me my Apple ID. There's not a listing of passwords. You know what I'm saying?
How about if everyone leaves and I turn off the recording, you can show me, I can see what you're talking about. I don't necessarily want people to share their passwords just in case. So give me a second and then I can give you a minute. I'll just give you a minute with that. We're about to serve dinner here because it is nighttime.
Oh, no,
here.
no, no.
So
Then we'll do it next
No,
week.
it's okay. Well, it's always going to be this time when we finish class, so I'm fine spending a few more minutes.
Well, we
to
can do it at the
to
beginning of
explain
class
to you.
next week.
All right. So I just want to do it when no one else is here because we're talking passwords, right? So does anyone else have any other question?
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Bye-bye. You ready? Okay. Lonnie, yes, what's your question?
Well, I have the pipeline account in here, but I don't know how to label it that because I couldn't find it when you were showing how to do that. So
do you mean on your phone or on your computer?
On my phone.
Okay, so I'm going to share mine and show you again how to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to my settings. Okay, so because you have the different
yeah.
Suppose okay, so let's see. The way I can do it here, is say that you entered your account. I click on the account, okay, like that. And then it gives me these choices and I go up to the account name and see how there's another arrow and I click on that. And this is where it tells me description and details and stuff. And this is where I changed it and wrote pipeline. Do you have something similar to that?
I found a line where it says, has my pipeline email address.
Put it up to the screen and let's see if I can see that.
Do you want me to help you, Deanna? Because I haven't.
Hold on. Okay. So let me do a spotlight so that I can, hold on, let me make yours big. I need to stop my share so that I can see yours big. I can't. Let's see. A bit lower. Oh, there where it says description Gmail. Okay, turn it around. Where it says description Gmail, click on that, delete the word.
I just found this.
Turn it on where it says description Gmail.
Okay.
Turn it up, click in there and delete that and write pipeline.
Okay.
That's
So
the
then
place.
it's show up that way, right? Okay,
Mhm.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, does Vera or Debbie or Carol have any other questions?
No, I just noticed that on my keychain, it doesn't like the passwords I have. I've never seen that before. Your passwords are too common. So I need to work on that over the weekend.
Yeah, and I've got one of mine that I have to change that every time I use it, it reminds me, this one has appeared on a data leak. You know how there's data leaks out there, and there's one password that appeared in a data leak, and Apple is warning me, and I'm like, I know. I don't use it on many things, but I know that every time I use it that I shouldn't be using it. I need to change it too, but at least it's warning me, you know, that someone could get in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Have a great
All
week.
right. Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Right, so I know Carol signed out. She's just signed in still on her second computer. So so she's not really here. And then Debbie, I don't know, Debbie, are you still there? No, Debbie's gone too. So that way you can show me your password thing. So Lonnie, if you're done, maybe if you don't mind leaving so that I can help Lonnie with her, Mary with her passwords. Not that I'm kicking you out, but I'm trying to keep give her a little bit of privacy.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. So Mary, share me your screen and show me what's happening, what your question is.
Show you. Okay, this is what I have. Can you see?
Hold on. I need to close this window. Okay, so password and security, two-factor, change password. So password recovery kit. What are you, what is your question? I'm looking, but what is your question?
Where do I find my accounts visually? That's what like if I go into my phone and I go under settings and there's an icon that says passwords, and I can click on that and I can see all my passwords.
So this is not it. This is not this is not your keychain. This is password and security. Go back, get out of there, close your system preferences, which is what you're sharing. So the whole share will stop. And it's just go up to the to share your whole desktop, or just go up to the magnifying glass on the top right of your screen and write keychain.
What happened here?
You want to share if you want to share your screen at all?
Yeah. I have it up. Why does it show?
Because that thing you showed me before is just your Apple ID, your
I see
iCloud
that.
security.
I was sharing.
This is your computer.
Okay.
So
And
go
then
up to your top right and click
I
on the
hit all this
little,
stuff and now I can't find it.
right, now write keychain.
Okay.
Click on that and say, okay, so choose that. I won't see your passwords. It's still hidden, don't worry. And here is where all your passwords are. It's your keychain. It's not where you were going is security for the iCloud, and it's a different deal. This is your keychain. So now if you go scroll down and you try to open, say, I don't know, click on one of those. I won't see it. You'll see when you click on one of those that you want to know the password of one of those.
So much stuff in here. I don't know what it is.
There's so many apples that, yeah, but a lot of those are used by Apple or something. Scroll until you see, or type up there the name of something.
I'll
There
do
you
this
have a
one.
keyword search. See?
Okay.
So when you try to click on one that you do want, you'll see that it'll ask you for your computer. So there you go. See, it won't show you the password, but it'll ask you to well.
Okay. So
can't see
yeah.
it. It's
So how do I
showing me. Let
find
me
my
see.
password? Oh, I see. Wait.
So
Okay. Will it do
to
it?
show, see down there now, but look. No,
Okay,
stop.
sorry.
Now, I'm not gonna look.
Sorry.
I don't want this. I didn't stop the recording. Hold on. I'm gonna
Oh,
stop
it's
the
all right.
recording.